Oh my goodness, what time is it? It is Monday. That is not a time, that is a day, but it is the munnest of the days. And here we are. This is 1Fortunate. Thank you very much for showing up. We are starting a brand new campaign today, and as the dungeon master, I actually get to ask the character building question. But before we do so, I'll explain a little bit of what's happening. There was a letter received in different areas of the worlds, or just different areas. I'll leave it at that. And the players have found out in their own ways. As far as I know, there's no intertwined backstories, but they could surprise me. They found this letter in their own way, and they have found a way to this port town that has found a captain willing to embark on this journey. The journey has been a few days already, and it has been so stormy, but it had to happen. The journey had to start because they were going to be late for the event they're trying to go on. The event they're trying to attend, I should say. And they've been kind of stuck in their cabin. Like, it's been like heavy rain, heavy wind, like you go outside, take a piss, come back in kind of thing. Like, it's been stormy. So you guys are on the boat called the Beaver Dam, and you guys are bunking together in this small cabin. It's a boat that you know is not made for long open water journeys, but this is the boat that has been willing to go upon this journey. The captain, Captain Solomon, has been very, very nice, but you haven't seen him much because you guys are in the cabin. And finally, upon the 6th morning of the journey, it appears to be nice out. And you guys are able to explore a bit more of the boat and see what's there. You know that there's other people, but it just so happened that you four are bunking. So for my character building question of the session, I will ask, what have you been doing, or what kind of quirk of yours would have shown up in the first 5 days of this journey? And I will start with Vulcan. What quirk of yours would have surfaced in the 5 days locked in a room with these other gentlemen?
They would have seen my morning and evening prayer to my lord Paylor. Baylor? Sorry, I'm
Paylor.
already off the bad.
Paylor, yeah.
Okay, I was like, I had it right the first time. I was like, I had this written down. He is my
Baylor.
lord. And every morning I basically create something out of the small amount of gold that I have right now. So I'm but a poor cleric, in full plate.
I am poor. Chinkle, 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 chinkle.
Cling, cling, cling. Basically, I like do a little ritual and create like a simple weapon with my God-given abilities as a forge cleric. So like I pray and I make weapons and little trinkets and knives and stuff like that. Simple weapons that don't cost a lot of money, just to practice my craft. I can do so without a forge.
Nice.
For now.
So next we'll move on to Luther. What kind of quirk would have surfaced in the 5 days locked in with these gentlemen?
Luther can't sit still for too long. He's always got to be doing something. And being on a ship with limited resources, not even able to make anything, he's been going around and trying to fix any little issue he can find. The hinges are squeaking, he's adjusting them, a bolt's loose here, and like he's just constantly going around and just adjusting everything.
So very particular in your ways.
Yes.
Perfect. Next we'll move over to Totoma, or Toto. What kind of quirk of yours would have surfaced in the 5 days locked in with these gentlemen?
Kind of similar to Luther. I can't really sit still. I'd be like during the day or throughout the day, I would just be out just like doing my forms for my martial art, just playing around. You would see me once in a while just doing a handstand, just like kind of doing some acrobatics here and there wherever I could find, and yeah, just once in a while you notice like when I'm concentrating, doing my forms, you see like my hand glowing. Yeah, just keeping up with some of my trainings, and yeah, just keep at it. But yeah, Toto really can't sit still. He's just running around all the time, and yeah,
A very, very hyper character from what I'm getting.
very.
So, last but not least, Ray, what kind of character quirk would have surfaced in the 5 days locked in with these gentlemen on the rough sea?
Quick question.
Yes.
What's the captain's name? Because I had walked away.
Oh, it's Captain Theleman. Thelemon.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The captain's name was Lily. Yeah. So let us see. What would be a flaw or quirk that would have came out for Ray? Probably that my badger. One, he's strange color. And two, he's probably my best companion. I don't, not very social to people I don't know. But the badger is like, he's an extension of myself.
Wonderful. So, on the morning of the 6th day, you guys have been there's 4 bunk beds. You guys have enough room for like your pack kind of thing and your supplies on your bunk. Like it's, it's fairly big. It's not. You can tell that this room is not meant to be a sleeping quarters, but it's been converted for this journey that probably paid quite well to this captain. But on the morning of the 6th day, indeed, you do hear a knock on the door, and it is the worker that works for Captain Theleman. It is Ben. Ben is a large, friendly furball that has been basically bringing you guys your meals. Meals were included in this trip, and you hear like a hefty knock on the door. He's like, "Hey, it's Ben. I've brought you your breakfast, and it's beautiful. You can look at the sun. It's been very rainy, but here's your breakfast." And he just slowly like cracks the door open, and you see this big furry, very dark brown, but there's like tufts of white in the face, and he has like a big, like almost like a serving tray, like a charcuterie board kind of thing. He's like, here you go. And he just kind of reaches over and like waiting for someone to take it from him.
Toto just kind of runs towards because he's very food motivated, and he's just gonna grab whatever. And as he says that, he just like eats, and he's all excited that he can go outside. So he's just gonna kind of like not grab the tray, just grab like whatever's on there, like, and just kind of like, "Oh, thank you, Ben," and just walk away.
Yeah, there's
And make its way to the dock.
There's like smoked meats and like some smoked fish as well. A lot of smoked stuff because this is like it's hard to preserve an apple necessarily or something like that at sea. And yeah, so Ben is like, feel free to stretch your legs. It smells bad in here, but it smelled worse before, so I think I don't know. If you get some fresh air, if you like, do whatever. The captain's, taking a rest because we mostly travel at night. Because how we're navigating, and kind of makes a little bit more sense. But yes, we'll kind of mumbles and just kind of closes the door and leaves.
Before he leaves, I go, Ben, come here, you big lovable oaf. And I just get down my bed, grab fudge, put fudge on the ground, and go.
Oh, is that breakfast as well? I wasn't sure.
No,
why you. Oh,
this is fudge. He's fine. He's good badger. But here for your hard work, and I give him 3 gold.
Holy
for keeping
fuck!
us alive and fed.
Holy fuck!
For keeping
Huh!
for keeping us fed.
I haven't seen this much money ever. Oh, this is like 4 months' work. Oh,
Yes.
my wife will be so happy. I could probably retire. I'm 24, but holy fuck. Thank you.
You have kept us fed, and you've made sure that our accommodations were as comfortable as they could be. Cramped inside this small little room. It's the least I could do.
I mean, I've delivered the food. That's as much as I've done, but
But you've also been very happy every single time. I've seen the other guys go to the other cabins, scowl, dripping wet, making themselves seem miserable and just throwing the trays. You made sure that we all got good food and you never smelled like wet dog. So I can't complain.
I might smell like a wet dog now. I think I pissed myself. Oh my god. I'm going to go celebrate. I'll maybe write a letter to my wife and then deliver it in person, which is kind of redundant, but I don't know what to do now. But enjoy breakfast. Holy fuck. Woo! And he just goes to walk out.
I'll look at him as he's so excited, be like, the light's blessings to you.
Oh, did you have something to do with the sun?
But not exactly. I don't believe so. But it is my if it is my Lord's will, it is up there.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the sunlight. The rain was getting a bit wet. Just goes to leave, and anybody else trying to stop him? He has like the biggest grin. He's like, goodbye.
I paid him and I left and I grabbed like I grabbed like some food.
It just seemed like a theme that everybody wanted to interact with Ben. But anyways,
Ben's a great guy.
He's closing the door. You just see him like woo from the other side of the door, just yelling of celebration of these 3 gold pieces that he just got. And yeah, so you guys have a tray of food. I don't know if you guys want to do anything particular individually, or you guys definitely know each other. Is there anything you would like to share that could have been shared in the first 5 days?
I mostly keep to myself, but if I see someone struggling or something like that, I will always try to lend a hand, both like physically and spiritually and everything like that. I'm not judgy about anything. I'm not just like, Paylor is life. If you don't love Paylor, it's not how that works.
We have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, Pelor.
I think from
Holy
the
book
way
and holy symbol, just like
Yeah.
I think from the way you're describing this cabin with just an array of characters, Ray does tend to stay with like not share anything with people. So he would have been like writing in a book, things like just looking around, writing. So I assume that if there's 2 bunks, it would have been Vulcan, Ray, Toto, and Luther.
Probably
Just
so.
keeping the calm guys and the squirrely guys to one side.
Yeah, you don't want the squirrely guy on the top bunk because you're not sleeping.
Just basically that observant and records a lot.
Perfect.
Odo would have probably just overshared everything. He probably sort of like said his life story, and like Toto's relatively like he's not super old, but yeah, he would have just like he doesn't remember anything from his childhood because he seems like he has a memory loss or something. But then he just talks about like how his master took him in and how he trained him, showed him the martial arts passed down from the goddess Amaterasu, and just shared kept on talking, probably talked your ears off for the 5 days.
Yeah, so you guys are aware that there's other people because you know that Ben, like, he's walked by with like 2 trays, delivered one, brought another one elsewhere. You haven't seen anyone though. It's been actually like awful weather, and Ben is usually very nice, but you can tell at times he's been stressed because it's been like awful weather. And from the looks of the boat, you can tell the beaver dam has been converted essentially from like a whale watching tour boat to like a, oh yeah, we can cross the ocean kind of thing. So like it's it's very questionable, but you've made it work so far.
Chancellor, I'm gonna be on the top deck, find a spot where it's a bit open, and just like try to probably just like take something round, like anything round, and just play fetch with Fudge. Okay, come on, Fudge, get the ball. Just, throw it and just you see Fudge, and when Fudge runs, unlike any other beaver, because he said beaver down, unlike normal
Beavers.
badgers, when he runs, it's kind of like hearing Vulcan walk. It's just metal scraping together. There's something off about that badger. And his eyes are blue.
Was there anybody else that would like to go outside, top deck kind of thing?
Absolutely. I'm going to take my portion of the food, whatever Totoma hasn't ran off with, and I just go to the top deck and basically like hold my food and say like a small prayer and like look up at the sun and thank the Lord for our nice weather finally and blessing me with this meal.
There you go. As you guys, go ahead.
If there's something on the deck, like is there like the sails or anything?
There's a small sail, essentially like to move. This is like for the most part, where you went to the port town, there was like a big bay, and you can tell it probably just stayed mostly in the bay. So it's just a small sail, but like if you know how to sail, you could probably make it work for bigger waters.
Oh,
stronger winds.
my point was just to climb on top. Just my goal was just to walk outside and just like the highest point that I can hang out there. I'll just gotta like just walk up.
Yeah, so you climb up there, and Ben's like, "Oh, be careful, monkey man. Not, I don't want to call you like, I don't know if that's like a slur or something, but just be careful. I don't want to, I don't want you to die." And is anybody else leaving?
Yep, I'll head up to the deck as well, and then if there's anyone else around other than the guys I've been in the room with, I'll go around, start introducing myself, and getting to know who else is on the ship.
There are other people. I just want to make sure who was leaving before introducing them. So the first person you guys notice when you step outside, you actually hear music. You're like, "Whoa, I haven't heard music in a good while." And you look up, and there's like a little on top of where the captain would be. There's a little balcony kind of thing, or just a standing area up top, and you see leaning on a railing, you see a tiefling that has like a green skin, like almost like a pastel green, and they're playing like a lute, and they're just playing a nice backgroundish kind of classical piece, and they just seem to be really digging it. It appears to be like a masculine figure though. There's they have like a vest, and you can tell like it's not very slim arms. They're like, they're a little hefty, and they're just really digging it, not really paying attention, but you can tell they've probably been waiting to get out and be able to play some music in the fresh air. There's another character as well that is just leaning on the railing looking into the water, not on top, just like on the main level, and they're dressed in like pretty much like a suit. Like it's nice, it's clean. Where you guys were, it's kind of hard to keep everything clean because there's like, it's gonna be wet. There's a little bit of a like barnacles growing in the corner kind of thing. Like it's not the cleanest of places, but this guy's is clean. Very pale skin, like a ginger slick back kind of hair, very serious face, and a little goatee, and he's just leaning there, and he's biting into some meat, and you can tell they're kind of like a look of disgust. And next to him there is a like a dark, like a very, very tan woman. You can tell like sun-kissed would be a way to describe it, and she's wearing leather, not necessarily armor, but like a leather themed kind of coat and like pants, and everything seems to be kind of leather. You can tell she has several piercings in her face, and she has like dreads kind of thing, and kind of leaning there as well, but just kind of, instead of looking at the water, just kind of looking up at the sky, kind of wandering a little bit more, you kind of get like a more free spirit look, if you can get that from just looking at a person. But those are the 3 people you can see, along with Ben, and Ben did mention that the captain is getting some rest, as they do most of the sailing at night.
I'm gonna go see Ben real quick.
Cool. Ben is he's mopping at the back. He's like, oh well, this looks a bit dry, and he's just kind of talking to himself and mopping the floor that finally dried after 5 days of heavy rain.
So I just take the ball, go, Fudge, Fitch, and I just throw the ball again, and I go walk to Ben so that Fudge can come join me, and I go, Ben, I heard you said that we travel mostly at night. Now I have not been on this deck in the past 5 days, so I would not know that. It did mention, I did hear in the passage there that it said following the tail of the bear. Did they mean the constellation?
I understood some of the words you used. There's twinkly things. Those we call those stars. And one of them they say is like a bear, and then there's like a tail, and then when you see it at night, I think that's where the captain's going. It's kind of leading to there. What's a constellation?
You know how you says it looks like a bear? Well, where I come from, we see a big bear and we see a little bear, and we refer to them as constellations. And one of them is Ursa Major, and the other one is Ursa Minor. It's astrology.
You can tell, like, he's drooling, and it's like his face is like absorbing it, and it's kind of like as wet as the mop. He's just like.
Okay. Easier question for you, Ben. What information, like aside from the 3 others that I was bunking with, what information can you give me about the tiefling? The tiefling looks like a bard. What about this guy right here? And I'm gonna point to the suit gentleman. Like, what can you tell me about this guy? And if it suits me, I may make your retirement a little bit more cushy.
Well, he's a bit rude. He always calls me dog. I mean, I've never had a nickname, but I guess it's okay. He's quiet for the most part, just takes the food I give him and says, "Be gone, dog," which I think is like a hang tight, homie kind of line. So, that's as much. He's been pretty quiet. He eats and kind of huffy and puffy.
And the sun-kissed woman that is with him.
Oh, she's a bit more nice. She's she tickled my chin once after I gave her an extra piece of fish. She calls herself Athena. She's wonderful. I don't know what to say other than I don't want to say I've been looking at her. That's not what I meant. Don't tell my wife. I'm gonna retire happily. But she's been so nice, and she definitely. I don't know if they're a thing, but she kind of bosses him around, which is weird because he looks so grumpy and whatever. But I think she's got the the dominatrix kind of vibe to her for some reason. But she's so nice, it's weird.
I think it's the leather. The leather makes you think she's a dominatrix. It's a common misconception.
That might be it.
Quick question. If I gave you 3, correct? This morning? If I
wait, let me count. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 3. Yes. You gave me 3 gold pieces.
Are they in the same room or are they in separate rooms?
No, they're in the same room. There's a room similar to yours. Yours was for storing like bait for the whales. Don't tell anyone, we're not supposed to bait whales when you go see the whales. But anyways, we'd store fish there little stinky, but that's okay. And the other one was actually a sleeping quarters. They're in the sleeping quarters.
If I slip you 7 more gold, do you think that you could take his portion of their dinner and supper and slide it over to our room so that she can eat, and that fucking asshole that treated you like a dog was a little bit hungry. Hopefully he learns.
How many is 7? Is that a number?
With the 3 I gave you, it'd be this many.
With the 3, like you put them together? Oh.
Yes, and you would have that many.
He looks at his fingers. He's like, "That's a lot of fingers. My wife could probably stop working too instead of me just retiring and watching her work. Oh goodness. Could you roll a persuasion check?
Yes. Do I get advantage because of the number I gave him?
Sure.
Huh?
Sure. I'll give you that.
So that is a dirty 20
He's
and
like,
a natural 20.
First roll of the campaign, baby.
for the first roll is a natural 20 for a total of how much?
21 in total.
Perfect. So he's like, you know what? Ray, is it?
Ray, yes.
Ray. Call me dog, cause we're friends now, and I'll do this for you, okay? I'll tell.
That sounds great.
Asshole, you call it asshole. I'm not
No,
sure.
no. Just give him give the food to the room. If he doesn't talk to you, just make sure that his portion of the food makes it onto our tray. That's all.
Okay, half. I'll figure it out. I'll make it work.
Yes. And I just straight up, and I'll extend my hand to shake, and like have the 10, like a pouch with 10 gold, like kind of like a drug deal, like slap, shake hands. So
with the 7 or like 10 more.
I'm giving him the 7 to
Okay.
round it all together to 10.
So he reaches and shakes her hand. He's like, "Oh, you did you drop a pouch?
That is yours. That is yours. That is yours. Keep it. That is the money.
How did I forget that in my hand? Oh my goodness.
Benjamin, don't ever change. You are a lovely little man.
Benjamin? Don't insult me
That
so.
is. Oh, sorry, dog.
Yes, Ben or dog. My full name is Ben Roots. And I've never been so good.
You enjoy your retirement?
I will.
And,
Oh, my wife is gonna be so happy. Maybe I shouldn't tell her. Maybe just let her work for a while and then be like, surprise.
Benjamin.
My name is not Benjamin.
Look,
That's a made-up word.
I've known a lot of people called that back home. I'm sorry. Dog.
Oh.
Ben dog good. You do what you want to do. That is your money. I gave it to you for the service provided. Thank you very much. You enjoy the sunshine. You enjoy planning what you're going to do when you get back home. I'm going to go play with Fudge. Fudge! And I clap my hands and just start throwing the ball again.
Oh, there you. Was there anything the other characters would like to do?
Yeah, I was gonna go over to the guy in the suit and introduce myself.
You go up to him and he kind of looks and he just kind of lifts an eyebrow and is like, "Hello."
Hi, I'm Luther, and I'll hold up my hand for a handshake.
He kind of looks down. He's like, you are a bit dirty for my liking, but what can I help you with?
I usually don't look like this. Our accommodations are less than ideal.
I meant like the bloodline, but okay.
Oh, and I'm just going to walk away.
Fuck that guy. I'm glad I'm taking his food.
Cool. Yeah. So you said you walked away.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good.
I don't got time for somebody like that.
I wrote down asshole question mark, and then after that I'm just like racist question mark.
Do I see Luther, like, since I'm talking about him, it's just for once everybody does their thing, do I see Luther walk away, like, somewhat offended?
What's your passive perception?
My passive perception. Give me a moment. It is passive. Where the fuck is it? Where is it?
First page.
Where is it? What the fuck? Oh, there you go. No, I'm doing D&D website.
Oh.
Perception. It's a 9.
You do not notice. You're very distracted in being able to enjoy the sunlight with Fudge.
Go Fudge.
Toto, anything, or Vulcan? Once you're out, was there anything else?
For me, I'm just gonna be like on top of the
The sail.
sail or whatever, and then just like just admire the view and just take in the sun and just relaxing on top. And then after a while, like I'll just soak it in for a second, and then I'll fly down to see my friends.
Ooh, or what is it? Glide?
Glide.
Maybe not fly.
Falling with style.
I'm gonna go over to the tiefling playing the lute.
Perfect. The tiefling keeps playing, kind of looks up. He's like, "Oh, hello." He's like kind of stumbles because he didn't expect it. He's like, hi, are you here to listen to my music?
Yes, I'm quite admiring your playing.
Oh, just don't worry about it. I'm gonna play, and just goes back to focusing. He's like, just listen, and focusing and playing. It's actually pretty good. It's a little rough start because you startled him and had to catch where he was, but he keeps playing, and it's like a tune that you're familiar with, like a local, well, not local, but a well-known hymn.
Does it like come to an end naturally, or does he just keep playing? Like as soon as he's done that one, like is he just like the type that's just gonna start playing something else immediately, or is he gonna?
He'll stop after the tune. Like it takes about a minute or so, and he stops. He's like, it's so nice to have some sun. It's been crampy in there, and Buddy's grumpy, and she's a little cuckoo, and it's it's good to be out.
Yes, Palor has blessed us with a beautiful sunny day, and also very very well performed, my good sir.
Oh, thank you. And he like puts his hand out, and he's like,
I'll toss him a gold coin.
oh, thank you. Do you have any requests from the something maybe I know?
I'll let you surprise me afterwards. I have a question.
He jumps up and tries to scare you.
Surprise me! Oh, shit.
Passive perception is 19. Would that have scared me?
I'll let you make a what would you even call that? Like a wisdom
Perception.
save? Sure, wisdom save against fear.
Jesus Christ.
That's a 13.
His intimidation roll did pass that, so you're like, huh, like definitely caught off guard because that is not what you meant at all. It's good, sir. I've definitely surprised you. Like I said, I do take requests.
I feel like chuckle for a second, like, oh, not what I meant, but good one. I'll keep that in mind. You're a funny one. The other two that you say, are you traveling together? Are you?
No. I paid a good chunk of gold to take this boat, and we're going to. I think we're all on the same page as to where we're going there, and it's a little long trip. I have no idea how long it is, but hopefully we get there soon, because I don't like the water.
Yes, it is a bit, open and alarming. Many things can be out here. You know, I prefer land myself. I must apologize for being rude. My name is Vulcan Sunsteel. What is your name?
Oh, my name is Rebil. Rebil.
Rebill.
Rebil.
Rebil. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Rebil.
Oh, well,
What is it that you?
Go ahead.
What is it that you do? Sorry.
Well,
Other than play the lute.
I do play the flute as well, but I left that at home. I am a bit of what you call it, a musician. This is what I do for money, and so far I've made a gold today. That's pretty good. Are you looking for another request? I don't like. I'm just looking to make money. I'm going where you're going to hopefully find people to play music for, and then we will make money. By we, I mean me.
That is an admirable goal, and I wish you the best. I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm gonna cast guidance.
Ooh.
So he's just gonna keep, like, he's gonna have a minute's worth of good performance.
He'd be like, "Oh, Vulcan, let me play another tune for you." And he, oh goodness, that's a good one. That's oh my god, that's a 25 performance check. So he like, just you wait. He like spits on his fingers and like starts like basically shredding on the lute. He's like, like it's not amplified, so you hear like him like struggling and grunting. It's like, but like it's beyond your expectations based on the first performance. So you're pleasantly surprised with the second song that he starts to play.
So he's playing Master Explorer.
Pretty much.
I'll say that as I hear the music starting to play, I'll kind of try to time it as best as I can, but I'll, like, by the end of it, I'll kind of, like, as I'm on top, I'll just kind of fall back and just start, like, gliding around, and then I'll just start shooting, like, sunbeams to act like fireworks. Just like, pew, pew, pew.
Damn. What is your passive perception, Toto? 13. You notice when you do that the girl that calls herself Athena is she was looking around the air and she kind of catches an eye. She's like smiling as you're like shooting stuff. You don't like necessarily lock eyes, but you can tell that she's like noticed you doing that and she's like entertained by it.
Well, I'll try to, like, strike a pose as I'm landing next to Rebill, and she'll be like, I'll just be like, how was that, guys? Just like,
Could you roll a performance check?
Sure.
Or acrobatics, up to you. Acrobatics probably.
I'll
better.
do acrobatics gladly.
Yeah.
With a 21.
21. You hear her chuckle from the side of the boat, like loudly, like you land, you're like, ha, and she's like, ha, 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 like you hear, like you definitely caught her off guard. Was there?
I'll just applaud and stare, and not stare in amazement, but just like give like nods of assurance to Rebil.
Yeah.
Rebel?
Rebil.
Rebil.
He is, he goes song after song, and he tries to entertain best he can. And anybody standing around, he like kind of, after each song, he's kind of like.
No, I'll. I've paid enough already.
I'll go up and I'll throw him a silver and thank him for the entertainment.
Yeah, he'll keep playing as long as you guys are watching. He's looking to make money from what you're gathering. So,
so since I see that Totoma and Luther are like the group is kind of bunched up, I'll just grab the logo. Fudge, go on, and I think I've kind of seen that Vulcan is a bit more of a not holier than thou, but want to be good. So I'm just gonna go up and like, hey, gentlemen, could you follow me to front of Bolt? I just want to have a small conversation with you. It's about our living arrangements. And I'm gonna make my way
That
to the
applies
front of the
to
boat.
all of us.
Yeah, I'm calling all of you.
Okay. I have no reason not to go. I'll just like give a small wave to Rebil.
Rebill.
You play
I'll-
good.
I'll-
You play good music. Flip a gold.
He's like mid song. He's like catches it and like puts it in his pocket. Like
Uses it as a pick.
yeah. Power chord, catch it.
Toto will just like kind of put his arm up like this, start walking away, and he's just like, "I helped you with your performance, so technically you owe me something." And I just kind of like walk away.
Right on. So you guys meet on the front of the boat. Have at it.
So, I've been playing with Fudge a little bit, and I talked to Ben, and Ben gave me a little bit of information that kind of disturbed me. You see that man over there, and I'm gonna look at Buddy in the suit.
Yeah, he's still there.
Oh, immediately like, whoa.
Yes, you just hey Totoma, Totoma.
Yes.
What do I call you? What do you want to be
Toto.
called? Okay, we're not in Kansas anymore.
What's a Kansas?
Exactly. So he goes. So yes, well, if you're looking that quick, just pretend you're looking for a bird. Pretend you're looking for a bird. Don't make it obvious.
He's on the ground.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
So I guess he's mistreated our good friend Ben. As Ben has told me, he's somewhat of unkind, rude, and kind of how you say full of himself.
And a little bit racist.
I did not know that. So I've put some things in the works to mess with him, because I guess the sun-kissed woman is somewhat of his boss. So he's a miserable man who wishes to make others miserable. I can't stand for that, because I find that very rude. You need to treat others equally, and him being racist makes it even worse. So, I was wondering if you three would like to join me and Fudge into humiliating him just a little bit, but bring him down a peg.
What
Nothing
do you have
drastic.
in mind?
But I want to make sure that everyone is on board on this, and I straight up just look at Vulcan, because I know Totoma will be down.
Yeah, he's down. He's...
And I look at Vulcan and go, I assure you, no pain, just giving justice where it's due.
It is not right that he has spoken illy to anyone. Everyone should be treated fairly and equally in the eyes of Palo. But I don't want to befall harm to anyone for no, well, not for no reason. He could deserve it. But what do you have in mind? I'll just like look like somebody who like doesn't want to participate but wants to know, because he's just like, what are you gonna do?
Just to see to what degree it is, to see if he's okay with it, is what you're saying. So he goes,
Yeah.
so I've seen Luther. He kind of tinkers a lot, and I see a little bit of what my training is. Luther, am I correct in assuming that you know a little bit about the art of artifice?
The artifice.
You could say that, yeah.
I point to Fudge and go, as you can tell, I am somewhat a little bit adept to it. So I was wondering, do you have the ability to create little non-magical objects that can do certain effects?
Yes, within means. What kind of things were you thinking?
So the way I can do it, I can either make a sound or emit a smell. I was thinking, I make one that makes it sound like a fart. And you make one that makes it smell like a fart. And this keeps repeating for every 6 seconds. It's great. So I say that Vulcan distracts him. Totoma, you look like you can be sneaky if you need to. He smiles. I like that smile. So we give the stones to you. And as he's distracted, you make sure that those 2 rocks go on him. And for this entire day, he will be farting, and he won't be farting, but people will think he farts and smells of stinky farts. And to me, that brings down uptight people down a peg. Is that okay with you, Vulcan? It's just farting.
It's a natural occurring thing. I will, however, not participate in putting anything in his pockets or on his person. I can talk to him if you want.
Yes, that's all you need to do.
I can maybe try to convince him of not being such a rude boy.
I'll just like kind of cut in, and I'll be like, "That's not a no." Woo!
All right. So I've got this rock. So it's a little
forgive
rock.
me.
And I'm gonna do the sound of a fart looping for my magical tinkering.
I'll pull out a copper piece and make it able to emit an odor.
What does it smell like? I need to know what his toot smell like.
I mean,
Sweet,
trying to make
please.
it bad, so sulfur.
Let me Google
Oh.
Smartfells 5e. Oh god.
Did Google go off?
my phone went off, yeah.
That's great. That's fucking amazing. So yeah, I that's what I do, and I hand it to Totoma, and I go, "I believe in you, little man."
So at that point, where is this racist fuck?
He is essentially still where he was. It's still relatively early. It's like half an hour into the day, and kind of just leaning there. He's done the piece of meat he was eating, just kind of leaning there, grumpily staring at the horizon.
Is the lady close to him? Like, is Athena?
She's kind of walked around. You guys have noticed, and currently you don't know where she is. You can assume that she is not there, but you're not necessarily sure.
I want to roll a perception check just to see if she's there.
Cool. Roll a perception check.
I'll tell Vulcan. Could you potentially make him look like away from the railing? Like go behind him and make him like turn around towards you?
I can certainly try.
Okay. And that's he just kind of like walks on the other side of the boat and just.
Oh goodness.
What was that perception check?
11.
Look behind you. No, I'm just kidding. You just quickly look at the different decks. It's not a big boat at all, and you can tell she's not there. You can assume she probably just went back to the room.
Cool.
So I'm just kind of like, Toto's gonna walk around to the other side of where the boat is, and he's just gonna like flip over and just hold on to the side, and just like using his climbing speed, just kind of like walk around the boat to be like on the railing, but just behind him and just waiting for him to turn around to like. Bloop.
Okay. Could you roll a stealth check to do so stealthily? Stealthily.
23.
23. You can tell that you're very quiet. The boat is made of, wood, and no creaks or anything as you like shift over to the under the railing where he's looking off to the distance.
I would like to note that if the boat called the Beaver Dam was not made of wood, I would have been sad.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if it doesn't look like a rickety fuck, like, I'm also sad.
She's not meant for the open sea.
We'll find that out later this session.
Here we are.
I'm just going to approach the grumpy man.
And you like make your presence known, I'm assuming?
Yes, I'll like walk. I'll like at first I'll be beside him and like put my hands on the railing, and I'll just say, I'll just like try to be like nonchalant about it, and be like, ah yes, Paolo has blessed us with a beautiful day after all this rain. Wouldn't you agree?
Just kind of looks over. He's like, ah, you're one of those. Sure. If you think your guy did this, sure.
Oh, doesn't matter whose guy did this, as we're having a nice day. Or do you prefer the rain?
I prefer the silence, but I mean, I guess this is a little better than getting rained on.
Are you, you prefer the silence? I mean, you must not enjoy being bunked with a bard.
Well, I you know, once you give him a good glare once in a while, he kind of tends to shut up, and he kind of gives you a glare.
Like, oh, all right then. You know, you could risk being a bit more polite to people. We're just trying to be pleasant with you.
It is definitely a risk. Yeah, it would definitely be a risk, and it's kind of like, you can tell he's starting to lose patience. He's like, okay, buddy.
I'd say that I've like backed off the railing a little bit, hoping he's kind of looked over at me a little bit.
Oh yeah, he's fully turned around. He's like leaning back on the railing at this point. Like, you have his full attention.
Okay, I'll be far enough that I obviously can't be within arm's reach of him, because I don't want him to, like, the entire time I've kept, I'm gonna say like a 5-foot gap between us.
Social
basically.
distancing.
Social distancing. That's right. He might have the COVID.
Yeah, exactly. So
Might have to bid.
So I'm
Might
assuming
have the
at this
vid.
point you're going to try to place these 2 items on this gentleman. So I will get you to roll a sleight of hand with advantage because of the distraction.
I was just saying, am I within 30 feet of him?
If you want to be.
Okay, can I use Flash of Genius to give him a +5 on the roll too?
Flash a what now?
Flash of Genius. When you or another creature you can see within 30 feet makes an ability check or saving throw, you can use your reaction to add +5 to the roll.
Sure. Yeah.
Plus
That's
5.
if you can
Yep.
see him. Is he hiding too well?
If
It's my hands.
if you
On the
know he's
open
going to
deck
be
of a ship?
yeah, if you know he's going to be on the railing and you lean and you look, it's very obvious he's there, but nobody's really looking at that, so that's how you're getting away with this so far.
So with the +5, that would bring me to a 24. 16 plus 3 plus 5, yeah.
Cool. So this guy's like, you can tell, like, from where you are, Toto, you can hear his foot tapping on the ground, like kind of losing patience with Vulcan. Like, okay, I basically told you off and whatever, and you managed to like pockets open. Just
I will also say that, like, my character can use item or use objects with his feet. So
hanging and just a foot reach up and bloop.
yeah, you just see like one of his foot just like boop.
Right on. So you just see a
both
Hadozi,
hands are still hands are still there. You just see a foot coming from behind.
basically a third hand reach up and put in the pocket. Cool. So yeah, you successfully do that. Vulcan, what would you like to do? As he's just like, he's gonna straight up say, like, sorry, sir, in the shiny shit suit. I mean, just the shiny suit. I'm not trying to be overly rude, but you're not getting my hint. I want to be left alone.
Well, I'm sorry. I often miss the social cues, apparently. Good day to you. I hope it gets better. And I'm just going to say that as sincere as I can, because I do want his day to get better as person to person. But at the same time, he does sound like a cunt nugget, so that's fine.
Okay.
Obviously, as soon as I put the stones in, I'm kind of
You're gonna
hop it away.
leave. Yeah, cool. Yeah, no problem leaving. I'll use the same stealth check as before, so you can.
I hope. Oh, as I walk away, I'll be like, I hope the food wasn't too upsetting to your stomach.
And he, like, doesn't really, obviously doesn't catch on to
React.
it, but yeah. Oh goodness. At this point, this guy's gonna go back into his room and just shaking his head like holy fuck these people. And yeah, he's gonna
boss.
he's gonna head back
What
inside.
do you mean these people?
Well, so yeah, so he's gonna head back into his room, and Ben walks up to you, Vulcan. He's like, I saw you talking to the guy. Is he grumpy with you too?
Yes, he seems to be grumpy and miserable with everyone. I did not think I gave him any reason to be with me, but I really could not explain it.
Did
He just seemed to be like a bit of a bitch.
did he
Forgive me, Paylor.
did he give you any cool nicknames like Dog or something like that? Because he's been calling me Dog, and it's okay.
I'll put my hand on Ben's shoulder and be like, my poor Ben, and I'm gonna again cast guidance in case he wants to try to use any kind of mental skill here. Be like, it's not a compliment, it's not a nickname. He's treating you like a dog, and that's not okay. You are much more than that. You have been nothing but great to us. Thank you.
It's true. I am a good boy. But yeah, just be careful. He's mighty grumpy. I've heard him argue with with Athena, and it gets nasty at times. He gets snappy, and she tells him to shut up, and then he does.
Did you happen to catch his name?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Sorry.
Okay. Please do not apologize. You have done everything that you can, and me and my bunkmates certainly have appreciated your fantastic service.
Thank you. I don't know if you guys have anything going on in the day, but the bard's playing some music. It's the first time he's been able to play music. He's I think he's quite good. It's not my kind of music, but he is pretty good.
He is quite talented. I have listened to him play a bit earlier. It's not for everyone. I understand that much, but he's been quite good.
Yeah. So as the day keeps going on, it's still very nice. And you don't see the captain at all. You can tell that he's probably been sailing and worrying about the ship overnight and stuff like that. Rest throughout the day. Was there anything else you guys wanted to do before the end of the day?
Did Athena come up at all complaining about the smell of her room?
No, there has not been a complaint. If you would like to get closer, you could perhaps try to hear in. I don't know if you're trying to.
Yeah, I'll say that I'm just gonna go downstairs and like just write in my journal there, and as I'm walking by their room door, just linger a little slower to see if I can hear anything.
Can you roll a perception check as you try to hear the fart argument or the fargument?
That is, I think I have a -1 in perception, but let me check.
If your passive is 9, it would be
Perception. Yeah, it's -1. That is an 11.
11. Through the door and with the sounds of the gentle waves crashing upon the ship, you don't really hear anything. But
smell anything.
You do get a slight fart smell coming from that area, and you feel on the inside that there's probably been a heated discussion on the inside about diets or something.
I'm just gonna go. Good, let's go.
Right on. So was there anything else before before nightfall. Just to my memory's not great. Was it the supper or the next breakfast you asked for the meal to be shifted?
I think I had said the next meal.
Right. Okay.
Because I saw that he was eating one piece of meat, and I know that if you skip dinner all the way to supper, either you're too tired to eat supper, or because you have no energy.
Right. So, supper comes along. You guys have kind of been like, well, enough sea air and waving around in the on the dock or on the deck. You kind of get ready as you know. The time is you're like, oh, getting hungry. Ben's probably be coming around shortly. So Ben visits your room first. So you hear you're like, it's Ben. Oh, dog.
Ben, just open the door and go, Ben! Such a great time. Boys, Ben is here.
Oh, it's Ben. And you see he has 2 trays and he walks in and he's like, as discussed, and kind of pours half of one tray into the other tray. And he's like, is that what you meant?
Quick question, is the bard bunking with them too?
Yep.
I'll take a little scoop and be like, because I don't want the bard to go hungry, so put it there and be like, that is good.
Do you always touch other people's food?
I have clean hands. I wash myself all the time.
Okay, well, here's your food. And he gives the tray with more. And he's like, I'll bring it over there and see how that goes. He's like, you can tell he's kind of nervous, but he's like, I'm gonna fucking retire, so let's go. So
and I'll look at him and go, if it causes problem, and it is very, very stressful for you, come back, and I will make it worth your while because I know that you are risking a lot for this.
Okay, cool. So he goes over to the other side of the boat. You don't hear anything unless you.
Oh, door is creeped, and I have my ear like this. I am listening. I want to know the chaos I'm causing.
Okay, perfect.
With a passive of 19, do I just hear?
You. Yeah.
The door is ajar.
Ray, do you want to roll a perception check? And Vulcan, I'll give you a 19's worth.
5. I'm giggling to myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna hear this. Just nothing.
Toto is just eating.
Right on.
Toto's just eating the food at this point.
So you hear Ben on the other side, Vulcan, and you hear the door open, and you hear like, it's Ben. I'm here to deliver the food. And you hear the guy just like, is that it? He's like, yes, that's all we had. He's like, okay. And you just hear a door slam, and Ben's like, that could have been worse. And you hear Ben walk away, and then on the inside you hear a bit of a scuffle, like a, oh no you don't, like kind of not necessarily an argument, but someone like snapping at someone like, don't you fucking dare. And then that's as much as you hear.
I do not. I'm just listening. I'm not gonna relay anything. Like I'm just like, it's just what I hear.
Yeah, exactly. So if there isn't anything in particular, we'll move on to close to nightfall. You hear close to nightfall, the captain actually wake up. The captain, you saw him when you got on the boat, but even when you got on the boat, it was storming, so you basically just saw him, went into cover, and it's basically been indoors for the first 5 days. But on the 6th night, the captain does come out, and you hear him. You hear him because he's a bit heavy-footed. He, when people don't walk with their knees, and it's just like bum 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 bum, like, and he is a halfling, so you can tell that he's big feet and just short to the ground, so it's just stompy stompy stomp. And you hear him walk around, and you hear Ben like, oh, Captain, can I help you? And he's like, Oh yeah, get this stuff going, and we're gonna go sail. And Ben's like, oh, yes. And you hear the sail go down, and you feel like it was kind of windy towards the end of the night, and you feel the boat start to move. And this is like before nightfall. And you guys are like, well, we're gonna hunker down for another night. Except an hour or so into the sailing, you feel the boat start to slow down. And you hear the captain like yelling, because otherwise you wouldn't necessarily hear him. He's like, "Oi, Ben, what's going on? Ben, what's going on?" And you hear Ben, I don't know. And you hear like Ben running around trying to look to see what's happening.
Mage armor.
Okay, cool.
100% mage armor.
Yeah.
Another fistful of food.
Yeah.
I'm gonna don my full plate as I'm just like, are we getting off, or is something happening? So I'm just gonna I'm like internal questions.
Yeah.
I'm not asking. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna be like, okay, and I'm gonna like full on just be like, here we go. I'm just gonna put my fucking helmet on and everything. Just
Yeah. No problem. You guys hear the door on the other side open. You don't hear anything other than that, but you hear like the hinges are very rusted, being on the ocean. Metal doesn't tend to fare well.
I'm gonna take my mage armor back. Sorry.
Okay.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm taking it back. No, it's okay. I don't know what's going on.
Dispel magic.
Ah, fuck. 2 spells.
Cool. Yeah. So you hear Ben kind of running around, the captain yelling at him like, "I figure out what's going on." And I don't know. It's I don't. We're not close to land. I don't know what's going on.
I'm making my way to the top. I'm not staying in the room.
Cool.
yeah, I'm going to go investigate as well.
Ditto.
Cool.
Same.
So you guys all leave the room, and you don't see anything necessarily. It kind of looks the same. The sails are full of wind, kind of pulling, but the boat doesn't seem to be moving. At times, it's kind of hard to see if you're moving or not without like looking at the water. But you look at the water, and it looks like the waves are around, and the sails are pulling, but the boat is not. Doesn't seem to be moving forward.
I'll kind of run up the sail again to see if I can get a better view.
Sounds good. Yeah. You run up. Take a perception check as you run up. 14. You take a look around. You see actually like I don't want to say bubbling, but you see almost like a whirlpool style, like I guess like bubbling just right around the ship. Basically, like if you look one side, you kind of see it, and you see it all around the ship. But from that distance, you're having a hard time necessarily seeing what it is, but you see that there is something going on right next to the ship.
Toma, what do you see?
You said it was bubbles?
From where you are, you just see the like water like moving very differently than it should.
I'll just kind of like, still like holding on, I'll just kind of reach back and I'll say, is anyone like boiling the water? It seems like it's bubbling. I'm not sure.
You see at this point the captain leaves his wheel, hops off the little bench he was standing on, so you just see like, and you see the head go down, and he walks over, and he has like black hair with like gray, basically like salt and pepper kind of thing, but it's like crazy hair, and he's like, "Oi, what do you see?" And he like runs up and like, and he just asks in general like, what's going on? And Ben's like, just has like a mop in his hand, just like looking everywhere, like, I don't know what's going on.
I'll be like, Vulcan, let's look over the edge, and I'm gonna give.
Before doing that, I'm gonna climb up, and realizing that I'm not sure if everybody can see right now or not, because is it nighttime at this point?
It is
like
close. It's approaching like twilight. Like the sun is like it's like dusk. Like sun is basically down. It'll still be light for like a little bit, but it's basically down.
Okay. Then I'm not gonna bother with the light spell then, for now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab on tightly to something and just kind of like look over.
Cool. as you guys look over, I know Vulcan you'll notice right away, but you can tell that there's actually, it's so thick with fish right next to the boat that it's almost like the boat is stuck in a shoal of fish. A shoal
Like,
is similar to school, but they're all not in the same way. Anyways, it basically
This
seems to
fish?
have stopped the boat.
It looks like a lot of fish.
And the captain's like, yes, as expected, yes, the fish, yes, happens all the time. And he's trying to play off like he's familiar with what's happening.
I'll just kind of like, as I'm like slowly sliding down, I was like, does anybody have like a fishing rod? I'm like, this is the perfect spot to fish, and they're just all gathered around, and I'll just kind of like start looking around for like a fishing rod.
How far over the rail is the water? Like,
There's about 5 feet from the water to the where your feet are.
Totoma,
Okay.
I go, if you go into the room, I actually have my fishing gear. I actually have fishing gear.
Nice. Luther, what are you doing?
I'm just looking around, kind of just in amazement. Haven't spent much time on the water. Kind of amazed by all the fish at the moment.
It's you guys are looking around. Definitely a sight to see. Like it's almost like a salmon run where the fish are like just super like packed in there. You know where the salmon kind of congregate. Anyways, the
What off the coast of Newfoundland used to be like?
exactly.
Yeah. So the boat moving at all, or is it just like
It
stalled?
seems to be like there's like pretty much hit an island of fish. Like that's the level of fish you're currently seeing. Like they're not above the water, but like they're all like right underneath the boat.
I'm going to does this boat at the tip, does it have like that little like, you know what I mean, like that little
It is
post?
it is closer to the local lobster fishing boats. It's similar shape to that. There's a spot in the front, but it's not like the stick going up. It's more of a
Luther, are you strong?
Not overly, no.
Vulcan, are you strong?
I'd like to think my years in the forge have brought me
Okay,
up to
I
a
need-
certain strength.
Someone hold my feet.
Oh, no, I don't like this.
Someone hold my fucking feet, or I'm going to do this by myself.
Um,
And that's even worse. I don't want to do it.
Ben's like, I can hold your feet, and the captain's like, yeah, you guys, fix this, guys. Yes.
I'll go over to Ben and Ray, and I'll help them.
Okay.
Um,
and I'm just
for,
gonna.
for guidance, can you touch a willing creature? Can that be yourself?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna be like, Palo, give me strength, and I'm just gonna like grab on.
Sounds good.
I'll be like, I don't like this, but here we go.
that's
You guys are like walking around the boat trying to figure out what's going on. You notice that the girl and the guy in the suit have not left, but Rabiel is kind of looking out. He's like, what's going on? It's a little there's a fish problem. I can't help, and he just closes the door.
So as they're leaning me down, I'm going, this is going to get loud. I am sorry. And I'm going to just cast Thunder Wave. Just as they're holding me, he's trying to get the fish to get the fuck out of the way.
The thunder
Fish.
wave.
Yes, Thunder Wave. I want to see what the difference between Thunder Wave and Thunderclap is.
Thunderclap
yeah,
is a cleric. It should
Thunderclap.
be 2d6. Thunder wave is 2d8. It's a first level spell, but that
Yes.
by definition would damage anybody within 5 feet of you. So whoever is holding you would.
So 15-foot cube. I can't like aim it 15 cube in front of me. Fuck.
Including the boat.
Yeah, I'm trying to just. I thought it was like I could maybe put the cube like my hands are here. That's still me. Trying to play around. Let's see what else I got. Let's see what the guys we got.
As you're dangling by your feet, like, what can I do? What can I do?
Can I? I'll be like, can I just pull him up? If I see after like a couple seconds that he's not doing anything, I'll be like,
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought about it. It's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea. Never mind. I would hurt everyone around me. It's not a good idea.
Ouch!
After
Not
we pull Ray up, I'm just gonna grab the fishing rod and just fish.
Put the rod in. As you guys are talking and kind of trying to figure out, standing on the front of the boat, trying to figure out what's going on, Ben's there as well. He's like, do you want me to hold your feet too? Can I get everybody to make a dexterity saving throw?
Oh no.
Certainly.
Dex save. Ooh. That is a 4.
8.
Ah, there we
Natural
go.
20 on making fart stones.
That's a 15.
17.
Cool. So, Toto and Vulcan, you guys are safe. But Ben, Ray, and Luther, you guys feel a big shock, like something almost like a thunder wave, but bigger, like not sound-wise, but like a shock wave. It's like something almost hitting the boat. And you guys, being on the front of the boat, you kind of just take a step to the side and hit the railing side of your leg and fall in. So currently, there is, just to go over it again, Ray, Luther, and Ben have fallen into the water. And where you fall, you see the fish leave. Like, they're not right next to you, but you do feel another hit. Like, the water shakes, and I would like you guys to roll initiative.
Ooh. First initiative of the campaign.
What the fuck is that? That is a 13 for 3.
Cool.
15.
Cool.
6.
Okay. And
Let me
Toto?
tell you, he's
Toto?
With 9, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Cool. And then, cool. Perfect. So, at this point, you see Ben. He's like, the fishies, I'm wet. I don't know really how to swim, but I'm floating. And he's like kind of panicking and like not sure what to do. It is then going to Luther's turn. You are in the water. You heard a big smack and then another big smack, and the fish have kind of cleared away from where you guys are.
First thing, look around, see if I can see anything what might be causing this.
Sure. Roll a perception check, and I will give you disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Look. Dang it. That's an 11.
An 11. You see plenty of fish a little bit deeper now that you're in the water. You're kind of closer, but it is quite dark going past a couple feet. You don't see anything immediately other than the fish that kind of left, and you can tell that there's more fish a little bit deeper, but they just seem to be fish.
I mean, I do have dark fish, so the dark shouldn't be
Okay.
too big of an issue.
What
but
is okay?
The fish would be.
Cancel out that disadvantage then.
It was a 13.
Okay.
It wasn't much better.
I'll say that you notice that there's different kinds of fish.
All right. I don't think it's really worth doing too much until we figure out what's going on. Oh, freak. I got like nothing useful. I don't want to start wasting spells until I know what's going on. Yeah, I'm just going to. If I'm close enough to Ben, and if he's just flown there, I want to grab him and start trying to pull towards the side of the boat.
Sure. Yeah, you can grab them and drag them over. You guys are basically next to the boat now.
Okay. Yeah, that's
It
all
took
I'm
a
gonna
little
do.
bit of movement to swim here, grab
Yep.
them, and just pull them. It's not far, but dragging someone's definitely slows
Oh,
you down. We're going over to Ray. It is your turn. Ray, it is your turn.
Alright, internet just crashed for a minute there. So I had to refresh everything. It is my turn. So, how far am I from the boat?
I'd say that you fell a little bit diagonally from the railing, so there's like you, 5 feet, and then the boat. You're not very far at all.
Okay. So you said, I'm going. If I roll a perception check, is that my action?
I would say yes, because currently your passive perception would be what is used without using necessarily your action to search.
Okay.
So I'll let you do it because I did let Luther do it as well. So
Okay.
go ahead and
So
roll
it would be-
perception.
It
Is
would be my action.
No, it would not. And disadvantage unless you have dark vision.
I do have dark vision.
Cool.
That is a fucking fuck. I'm too busy going fudge. Get me out of the water now. I don't like this.
It's fudge.
I will roll. I forgot to roll for fudge. I will roll for fudge. Give me a moment. What is fudge's stats?
Thinking straight
He has
down.
He has a better deck save than I do. Fudge rolled a 12.
12 is just enough. You see Fudge kind of slide down but grab onto the railing while you're falling fully over the railing.
Deploys the claws.
So yeah, you're
Fudge, stay on the boat.
so you're looking around. You're kind of distracted. You're just kind of trying to figure out what's going on. You notice that the fish are kind of dispersing from where you guys are. But yeah, that's as much as you can tell from your roll.
So I am going as I'm swimming towards the boat, to climb up. Like that, would that be my full movement? Like,
It would
climb up the
be
boat?
10 feet to swim over, and I'll get you to make an athletics check if you want to try to climb the boat.
Athletics. Holy fuck. Not
I'd
my
like to
strong
try to
suits.
help anybody that's climbing if I can. I know I'm out of turn.
No,
but
it's a 6. It's a 6.
Okay, so now you go and you grab on, and it's not really, there's no handholds. It's like the front of a boat. It's made to be like smooth and cut through the waves. So you're trying to grab on, and you're kind of going through the muck that's been gathering on the side of the boat.
Still in the water.
Still in the water.
Okay, cool. I don't like that these fish are moving and stuff knock us over. So blade song, 100%. Activating that shit because I don't want to be in the water with my normal AC.
Just start swinging
No.
us around.
No, basically I'm doing it, but it's more. I should have done that.
Blade song and flavor is generally like dancey movements. But
You
Yeah.
have to have a sword out for it, though.
I do have a sword on my back. I pull out my long sword, and what I'm doing is I can't climb, but I'm going to be holding onto the ship and just basically just taking my sword and just scanning lightly with my bastard sword. It's a shorter long sword, but still a long sword. I googled that shit. So with my bastard sword, just have it out. And do I have a bonus action? That was my bonus action.
What are you looking
I-
to do as a bonus
can I-
action?
And not a bonus action, sorry, but just my action, because my bonus action was to activate the blade song.
Yeah,
Uh,
sure.
Okay. I activate Booming Blade.
That is an attack.
That
You do an
is
attack as
an-
part of casting it, and then it does the
Oh.
effect if you hit.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought it kept going. Might be thinking.
I use that a lot
Okay.
with my blade singer too.
Yeah, but it's
My
part
bad.
of the attack. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
cool.
Carry
So
on.
that's it.
Yeah. So blade song, and I'll just double check for the can I use a bonus action spell as an action?
No.
No, just a bonus action. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's on my turn.
Okay, cool. So at this point, Ray, as you're kind of scanning around, looking at the water, you notice that the fish are kind of spreading out, and your passive perception is quite low, so you don't really notice. But you feel a gush of water from the bottom as a giant shark tries to grab you as it attacks from the bottom, jumping out of the water.
Motherfucker. Shit.
Shit! Let me just quickly roll here.
So I have a blade song. So that's a plus.
Oh,
four.
that is a 15 to hit.
That misses because of my blade song.
Perfect. So you see the shark, and you kind of, the gush of water just pushes you just a little bit. You see this giant shark literally leap out of the water. And when I say giant, I mean a huge creature. Literally jumps out. Everybody on the boat, the shark jumps out higher than the railing and lands in the water next to you guys. From there, that seems to have been its turn. You see these different kinds of fish now. Actually, you don't really notice, but these there's a swarm of fish that come up and attack. Ray, you seem to be the the victim of these random which character am I attacking rolls. But
Get away from me! Get away!
they actually do they do swarm around you, so they are occupying the same space as you, and they're going to try to bite you.
Okay.
That's a 9 to hit. That is it for them. Toto, so you're like, oh, I didn't fall in the water. Cool. Giant shark hopping out. And you hear probably Ray like, fish. Big
shark! Big shark! You're gonna need a bigger boat!
So yeah, Toto, it is your turn.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just going to double check something. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I'll just I'll stay on the at the front of the boat,
Yep.
where we were, and as I see the giant shark, just like I'll blast it.
Cool.
So you see Toto just kind of concentrate with both hands, both fists close, and his hand starts to glow yellow. And you see his fur and his hair just slightly start to glow a little bit yellow, and he's just lashes 2 sunbeams
Nice.
at it. First one would be a 15 to hit.
That is a hit.
Second one would be a dirty 20 to hit.
That is also a hit.
So that's so 13 radiant damage.
Cool. Big shark.
I do forget with the bonus action if I could do another beam.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, if you use the flurry of blows, you can use your beam, but otherwise, I don't think you can use beam for all of the attacks. I could be wrong.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So I think if you use flurry of blows, I think you can. Otherwise, you can still only make the one unarmed strike. I could be wrong, but I have to.
When you
look
take
into
the
that.
attack action on your turn and use this special attack as part of it, you can spend 1 key point to make the special attack twice as a bonus action.
Right. So basically, flurry of blows, but as the beams. So otherwise, you would just get the one strike as a from martial
Well, you know
arts.
what? I'm just gonna go nuts on this thing. I'm gonna spend the key points and do it up.
Sounds good.
So two more blasts.
Sounds good.
One's a crit.
Nice. The first crit for an attack.
And the second
Roll
one
crits
is
for unimportant things.
the other one's a 22.
So both hits. The shark is very obvious and easy to hit, but it seems a little bit meaty being a ginormous beast. It's about 25 feet long. It's a big
I'll just
boy
do the
shark.
total up there. That was a trash crit, but that's fine. 16 radiant damage.
Nice.
That's my turn.
Perfect. After
Pew, pew,
that,
pew, pew, pew.
there is another swarm of fish that swim up, and they will actually attack Luther. Luther, they're going to swim up and occupy your space. They're going to try to get you. That is cocked, but that looked like a crit. 10 to hit.
Nope.
Perfect. So they are they swim up to you. You can tell these are quippers. So essentially the D&D equivalent to piranhas. Cool. So after that, we're going over to Vulcan.
Okay. I'm going to. Do I have my adventurers pack on me? I don't think I would have grabbed that. I would have just come up.
No,
looking.
I would say you would just have your weapon and your shield kind of thing.
Okay. Do I see any loose rope?
Yeah, passive perception. You can spot some rope 10 feet away.
Okay. I'm gonna quickly go over, grab the rope.
Right.
I'm gonna toss it over board.
Okay.
Are they all kind of in the same general direction? Are they?
Yeah, right now the shark is kind of splitting up Ray and then Luther and Ben together, but they're all pretty close together, yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to, after doing that and throwing the rope, closer to everybody. Does that count as my action? If I wanted to have like do the help action to like if anybody wants to like climb up, I'll try to help them
I
pull
would
them up.
say that just you. It would be your action to like throw it in, but I'll let you like. They'll have probably advantage if they do try to climb up the side of the boat with the rope instead of the slimy side of the boat.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast spiritual weapon
Ooh.
and put it like close to the water in the form of a mighty hammer.
Nice. Cool. And you get to attack with it the turn you cast it.
That's right. And then in which case, do I see the shark? Is it kind of just floating?
Yeah,
at this
it
point?
just basically like it jumped out and landed, and that's pretty much it. Was its turn. It swam like, and then it's still
Okay.
on the surface.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, as I attack it, I'm gonna be like, "Begone, fiend!"
You natural thing in the water, fiend.
Well, I don't know. I've never seen a fucking shark.
I suppose if you've never seen or heard of a shark and you saw a shark, you'd be like, that is a thing from hell.
Sure, I've heard of them. Big, pointy teeth fish.
What the fuck?
Sure, but never that big.
You're not a
Okay.
trout.
You're not what I ate earlier. There we go. Okay, so a melee. It counts as a melee spell attack. Is
Yeah.
that it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Then I will roll to hit. Whoa. That's super cock. Good thing I have an extra d20. Fell on the floor. That is a 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
Okay.
I think it's 2d8.
So, no, because I only used it as a level 2 spell. So it's
Okay.
a 1d8 plus my spellcasting modifier.
Cool.
Or my... Yes. So that was 6. So 11 points of radiant damage to the shark.
Cool. Shark's getting smacked with a magical hammer. Or spectral hammer.
Spectral hammer.
Spectral hammer. Cool. And that's your turn.
Yep.
We're going to go back to Ben. Ben is going to try to grab onto the rope because Ben is not good at swimming. And he's like, oh no. And he's going to grab onto that and he's going to try to climb out with advantage. To which he does succeed. He manages to climb up. You have a firm grip on the rope, so he's able to grab it and basically lug himself onto the deck. That's Ben's turn. We're going over to Luther.
All right. So I used the helping die on Ray,
Okay.
just so you know, and he got advantage on perception.
Advantage.
Okay.
Okay, so Ben managed to get out of the water,
He did. He climbed on the rope that Vulcan threw in.
and Ray's still here. I assume me and Ray are close by now to go slam to the boat.
Ray's on the other side of the shark currently.
I'm
Oh, the
holding.
shark.
I'm holding on to the boat.
You're next to the boat. The shark is also next to the boat, and Luther is like boat, Luther, shark, Ray.
Dang.
Get on the boat. I am okay.
Well, I was gonna get on the boat. That's not the thing. I was hoping to help you get on there too. Yeah. I'm going to try to climb the rope.
Cool. Roll an athletics with advantage.
19.
19. You do.
That was animal handling. That you rolled an animal handling, Marshall. I will tame the shark. It's okay.
I don't know how I clicked that. Okay, well that was +0, so athletics +0, so it's the same thing. I don't know.
Cool.
Okay. I don't know how I
That's
clicked the
weird.
wrong thing. Same result.
You
Either
do
way.
manage to crawl out, but as you're crawling out, the swarm of fish, they're going to try to clamp onto your legs as you essentially stop
Okay.
flailing them. That is a 9 to hit. The fish are not. They were not prepared to try to bite through clothing, apparently. So you managed to climb out.
Is that my action to climb out, or
I would say no.
no?
It is
Ooh.
all your movement, though.
Okay.
I'll say that you're laying on the deck.
Alrighty, I am fine with this. while I'm laying there, I'm going to create an Eldritch Cannon then.
Sounds good. You're gonna turn your staff into a shooty thingy.
No, the Eldritch Cannon is something separate. I make a small cannon that looks like a dragon, and I'm going to make it a Force Ballista. So, as a bonus action, I can control it. So my action was to create it. My bonus action, I'm going to use it to attack the shark.
Cool. Attack with disadvantage as you are prone.
It's the cannon attack.
It is a ranged attack, is it not?
Ranged spell attack.
Yeah, I would say disadvantage.
Okay.
Likely still hit, though.
Yeah, for some reason it's not showing up in my attack list like it was before. I have to figure what's on there. My spell ability is... At 25 to hit.
That is a hit. Good thing it was disadvantage.
Yeah, man.
After that, it's Ray. So just get what you plan on doing.
Yeah,
ready.
I've got it lined up there.
At 8 force damage, and I can push it 5 feet back. So I'll push it 5 feet away from the boat.
Regardless of its size.
It just says damage and pushing the target creature up to 5 feet.
Cool.
Doesn't say anything about size limitation.
Yeah, no, should be good then. Cool. Yeah, you push the shark 5 feet back, or down.
Towards me?
I'd say down. You're still within range of it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't do an opportunity attack with the shark, but that's okay. There's someone else in the water.
I wasn't gonna bring it up.
Bring it towards me, little man.
Cool. I'm guessing
I'm talking
that's
to
his
the
turn.
fish.
Ray, it appears to be your turn.
So as a bonus action, I am casting a 5th level spell. Spell slot. So I cast Shadow Blade.
Cool.
As I am there with the shark, blade starts emitting like shadow. Is it dimly lit? Since it's starting to get dark.
Nope. The sun is not set.
Get down, you stupid sunlight. Yeah. So okay.
Hey!
And I'm going. I'm telling to go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed now. So I am going to. Yeah. So that's my. So just let me write that down. So that's. Just make sure that I can keep track of the damage after roll. And I'm going to use my attack action to roll to hit.
That would be with disadvantage.
Okay, that's not a problem.
You are in the water without a swim speed.
16.
16 is a hit.
16 is hit, right on. So as I hit, I'm also going to cast Booming Blade as a cantrip because blade singing feature here. Give me a minute. It says it right here.
So just future note, if you are to hit with Booming Blade, cast Booming Blade as you attack, because that is how the spell works.
Okay, cool. So I'm just casting it, but it's just where is it? Fucking shit. Extra attack with Blade Song. Moreover, you can.
That is essentially letting you attack again.
Okay, so I need. So that is spell. Booming Blade is clear all. Booming Blade, it increases 5th level 1d8 damage. Okay, so that's I need. Okay. Sorry.
Are you even wearing a watch?
Nope.
Me? No. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm not first
That's
time
what
caster.
I thought.
I'm not used to casting. I'm usually martial classes. First time I'm delving into spells.
Hey Ray,
No,
you're
I'm not.
next. Just so you know, yeah, I'm good.
I had my spells picked. I just forgot to grab my dice. It's on my D8s. Okay, there. Do this, and I have one right.
I'm just laughing at Jordan's action that he did. That was the funniest part to me. He checked his watch, but he's not wearing a watch. He just did the motion.
Okay, so so that is 10. 10. So that is 20 damage in total. One of them is thunder, and the other 19 are psychic
It's
damage.
a shark. We're good.
No. So yes, to 20 damage in total.
Cool. And that's your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
It had no. Did you not take any movement, or did you forego any movement for something else?
I don't want to get bitten by a shark and some fish. So actually, it's 5 feet. So I'm gonna swim to the boat and try to get out of the water if I can.
Okay, you are already next to the water. If you'd like to grab onto the rope, I will get you to do so. Straight roll, unless you plan on letting go of your weapon.
Letting go of my weapon?
If you plan on getting, like, not dropping
I'm gonna
your
grab
weapon.
I'm actually going to just grab the rope and hold it with one hand. So if anybody pulls it, I'm there.
Sure, that works. Okay, so Giant Shark's turn. Giant Shark is going to try to attack you. The cock, but it went from 20 to cock, so I'm like, oh, motherfuck. That is a 16 to hit.
That's not hit.
Okay. That's it for it. After that, the swarm is going to try to attack you, the one that is next to you currently. That is a... Oh, I think that's the first hit. 22 to hit.
Shield.
Okay. Not a problem.
So you said 22?
Yep.
That was a waste of shield. I cast it. I'm not going to take it back. I already took back Mage Armor once. Still a hit. So for the next round, I have 22 AC. Yeah, 22.
Oh, it still hits is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, let me roll this damage here. Woo! 17 piercing damage as they ravage around you. That is a lot. And then the second swarm is going to swim over as there's blood in the water now. They're feeling a little bit frenzied.
Mm-hmm.
That is also a 22 to hit, actually.
Just hits.
That is a 14 damage this time.
Thank you.
There's two swarms. Literally, you're engulfed with quippers.
This does not feel good. Please get them off of my testicles.
Totoma, your turn.
So at this point,
Wait, 2 concentration checks.
Oh yes.
So that would be 10 for each.
Is the shark still out of the water?
The shark is still where it is. It kind of turned around and tried to bite Ray, but it is still pretty much at the surface.
All right. Yeah, I'll just do the same thing. I'll blast it.
Go for it.
I succeeded both concentration checks for Shadow Blade.
Go.
Another crit.
Lunge.
Right on.
18 plus 7.
I think the lowest hit so far is 16 or 15.
Another trash roll for my crit, but that's okay. So 6 radiant damage for the crit and 7 radiant damage for the regular attack.
Nice.
And then I'll beam it again. So 19 and 26.
Hit.
No, just 2 dice. For a total of 13 damage.
Cool.
If I look around, like, is there, like, is it, like, getting bigger? Like, if I'm looking around, I'm like, I'm just, like, shooting, like, blasting the fucking shark.
Is it getting bigger? Is the shark getting bigger?
No, like, the like...
No, there still seems to be fish on, like,
fish, I guess,
around pretty much the boat, but not directly where you guys fell in. Right now, there's the big shark, and there's 2 swarms of quippers essentially engulfing Ray.
They're nipping at my toes. Please get me out of the water. It hurts a little bit.
Okay, cool. Going after that would be Vulcan.
Well, now he's kind of handcuffed me into using my action to pull him out instead of climbing himself, but that's fine.
I have shitty athletics, okay? I'm not strong.
I'm going to, at the risk of the shark actually attacking him and yanking me in the water too, I'm going to pull him up as fast as I can.
Cool. I'll get you to make an athletics check with advantage.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say I'm going to, as an action first, I'm going to cast guidance on myself again.
Sure. Because that would be like pulling as an action and thing as an action, but it's fine.
Oh, well, if you don't want to, it's okay.
No,
Take...
it's good. Just that will be the action, like nothing more for in terms of action.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Is that? I rolled 16 for both.
Cool.
So regardless, plus the 4 on my D4, so 20 plus my strength is plus 2, so 22.
22. You can definitely pull him out, and as you go to pull him out, the shark is like, I'm gonna get this fucker. It goes to grab hold. That is a 20 to hit, which is not enough.
Misses.
Does
it move? Does it move any distance to try to get me?
It does not. It just attacks you.
Yeah.
And then
Get
the
like
Quippers crit on the first one. Oh, this one's gonna hurt. As you're like, oh, I'm getting dragged out, and they're like, oh, we're gonna go in your pants.
Get out of my pants. Get out. You're not welcome.
28 damage from that crit. And the other, another crit.
I might be dead.
I mean, I crit twice, so it's only fair.
It makes sense. Yeah, trade a character for 2 crits. Makes sense. 22 damage for this one.
I am down.
Cool. So as you're getting pulled out, you go unconscious and let go, because that's what unconscious things do.
Walking in water.
Blood pooling at the top of the water. From there, you do have an attack as a bonus action, if that's what you're getting at.
So let me ask a quick question first.
Yes.
Can I use Healing Word as a bonus action?
Yeah.
And because then I don't get to move my weapon, I don't get to attack with my weapon, but I get to cast Healing Word.
Instead of attacking, you can cast Healing Word.
So
Still attack
okay.
with your bonus. No, never mind. You can't.
As I feel like all of a sudden the rope get like super loose, like all of it just gets like light, and I'm just like, I'll like look over, and I'll see Ray just like
the fish like
like,
flopping, like
I'm like
shaking chunks of flesh.
Hello, wake up! That's me, my healing
Wake up!
word. Grab the rope, stupid motherfucking.
Ray, wake up! I don't like this.
So yeah, roll some healing word, but we will move on to Ben, and Ben is like, and runs. But that's as much as Ben is gonna do. He's gonna run over to the cabin and be like, and that's as much as Ben's doing. And then we're going over to Luther.
You heal 9 points. 9 points of healing.
It's enough.
All right. Yeah, I don't think there's really a whole lot I can do to help you with the shark and everything else down there at the moment. So instead, we'll just focus on trying to kill the things trying to kill you.
Fair trade.
Let...
please. Oh, that means I lose oh shit, I lose Blade Song and I lose fucking Shadow Blade.
Yes.
Dang. So first thing first, I'm gonna stand up.
Yep. Good start.
Yup.
It's okay, I'll be out of water in seconds. Don't worry. It's
Yeah,
all
I'm just
good.
trying to figure out what attack to use that's not gonna also kill our ship.
It's okay. I just died. It's okay.
If I die, somebody take care of Fudge. My badger's doing better than me, for fuck's sake.
Passed the deck save, you know. Didn't go down.
Fuck. My next character is Fudge.
Yeah.
Doing real good, huh? Real good. Yeah, I think I'm just going to cast a fireball down on top of the shark because it's out of the water now, right?
It is at the surface.
Okay, I'm gonna drop a fireball on top of it.
Okay, I'm guessing in a way that would not hit.
Yeah, like just out a little bit so that it's gonna get hit by a boat. I mean, if I can get both the fish and it, if there are any of the fish near
The fish are occupying Ray's space, so you would have to hit Ray to such.
Okay, I didn't know if there was more than one
There
thing on them.
are currently 2 swarms, and they're both. doing-
Both in there. Okay.
Yeah, it's a frenzy. Cool. That is, in terms of deck save, that is only a 12.
Okay, that's a failure. So that is... Oh, I don't have it showing. 27 fire damage.
27. Whee! That's a big chunk.
And then bonus action, I will have my cannon shoot at the shark again.
That's a bonus action. That's pretty cool.
Bonus action to control him, yep. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
That is a hit.
Force damage,
13.
and I'll push him, and he'll get pushed back another 5 feet in.
Cool. So currently,
down or-
it is. It didn't like move back up. It was kind of slightly under the water, and you push it down. So it is not currently in range with Ray.
Sweet.
Uh,
Yeah, that's my turn.
okay, cool. Ray.
So, this Quipper Swarm that is occupying my space,
Yes.
how far is the big shark from me?
There is a 5-foot distance between you, so it is not within. You are not within
No.
biting range.
So, if I go straight up just in between both, like the shark and the Quipper Swarm,
Yep.
I would be 5 feet, 5 feet. I'm not leaving anybody's range. Correct?
Let me just double check here. You would. The range for the bites for the Quippers is 0 feet, so if you leave the space you are in, it is technically leaving their reach.
Okay, I really want to get that. So is the shark 10 feet from me?
The shark is 10 feet from you.
Cool. The boat is 5 feet from me.
The boat is 5 feet from you. So many feet.
How fucked does this boat look?
The side looks fine.
Like the.
Oh, sorry, you froze for a
I'm
second.
casting Thunderstep and getting the fuck out of. Oh, I'm casting Thunderstep and getting the fuck out of the water.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Could I get the shark and the Quippers to roll Constitution saving throws 16?
Sounds good. Quipper group 1, fail. Quipper group 2, natural 20. Shark, natural 1.
Oh, that okay. So do they have half his damage? Yeah. So one of them gets half of this damage.
Okay.
So that is
It's force damage?
It is. Let me see here. Thunder damage.
Cool.
So that is
Thunder step.
Yeah, I got in here.
Does the boat technically have to make a roll as well, or is that because it's an object, it just instantly takes the damage?
I think it
That's what I
just
was
takes the damage.
15 plus 8, 23.
Normally anything
26 points.
thunder damage.
26 of thunder damage. And I am going to go and out of the water into the boat.
Cool. You notice that a good chunk of the fish died. They're a swarm, so like each hit point is essentially like fish, if that makes sense. So more than half of one, basically the fish start like floating, like a dynamite stick in a pond kind of thing. The fish start floating, and you notice that the shark, essentially instead of like swimming, kind of just goes limp and kind of starts to go deeper.
And I'm just gonna be on the deck going, I fucking hate fish. Ben, I want to eat Quipper tomorrow.
Ben is the other side of the boat next to the captain, panicking.
Deliver that message to Ben, and I'm just gonna collapse on the decks and go, fuck you, Fudge. Fuck you. And that's my turn. Yeah. I don't have any bonus actions.
Perfect. So, unless you guys want to necessarily go fight the fish, I'm not sure what your plan is currently.
I mean, is the fish like going away or?
The quippers are mainly dead, and you can tell that they're. Can you roll a perception check, I guess?
Sure. It's probably not that great.
You are actually next in the order, so it kind of works out.
Okay, 9.
9. You're not sure if the fish are necessarily leaving, but you can tell that it is thinning out and that the boat is starting to move away from the big pool of water that was in the water.
As he's getting ready to like kind of blast them again, whenever Thunderstep is cast, he'd be like, he's gonna be scared and not attack,
Boom!
basically.
Yeah.
And, like Ray just like pops up like on the deck, not far from him, so it's just like kind of like Dwight in the scene. It's like fuck.
Yeah.
That the sound was like the sound that when he did the thunderstep was like the Russians from Rocky and Bullwinkle. Hush kaboom.
Perfect. So yeah, so I'd consider that out of combat currently as the boat is starting to move. At this point, you guys are like, oh my god, like Ray, what the fuck? Like, you notice Athena walk up, hands holding like belts that are around her waist, and she kind of walks up. She's like, oh, I heard the big boom. What seems to be happening?
I wanted to go for a midnight dip. So did Luther and Ben. So much pain.
Toto will just start like babbling on, but he'll just basically say like, so like the boat stopped moving, and when we went to look, there was like an island of fish, and I was like, woo, great fishing spot. So I just like went and tried to fish, but then like a giant shark just like popped out and then rocked the boat. Well, I mean, I'm sure you felt the boat rock a little bit, and then like people fell off the boat, and then I just basically like a recap of everything that's happening.
I have a question.
as
Did
that's
he drop
happening-
my rod in the water?
He did. You didn't.
Nothing, like I stayed on the boat, and if nothing like was hooked on it, I guess it would still be there.
Yeah. So she's like, oh, so you guys killed the giant shark? That's not too bad. Good job.
I'll be like,
I was just curious what was going on. I heard the big boom and I thought maybe something interesting was going on, and I guess something was interesting that was going on. But yeah, no, I'm glad to see that the boat's not sinking, so that's good. And as you hear her say that, she kind of turns to walk away, and you see the captain like, oi, oi, like the feet, and looks at the front of the boat, and he's like, I don't think we can sail through the night. I might have to park her and repair, but oh, it's going to be a long night. What happened? And you guys, I'm guessing, just tell him about the shark, and he's like, Yes, happens all the time. When we'd go on the adventures to see the whales, there'd be sharks all the time, and you can tell he's just kind of trying to play it off as confident and used to situations like this, where kind of a bad liar. Without even rolling insight, you can tell he's like,
I was just gonna ask. I was gonna be like, can I roll an insight on that? Because this guy sounds like he's lying as fuck.
I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Well, I was going to like help stabilize you. I was gonna cast my my healing hands on you, which lets you heal hit points equal to my level. So
You want to do it? Go ahead. I still cast Cure Wounds. I was at 9 out of 76. I was hurting.
When Athena says that and kind of walks away, and I'll just kind of like pop out and just be like, what did the rope, wouldn't the boat rocking and kind of make people fall over be your first clue that something was happening outside, or did just the boom kind of that's all you heard?
she kind of stops when she's walking away. She's like, well, I heard the knock from the bottom. You know, knocks happen. If, you know, it's an old rickety boat. What's it called? The Beaver Dam? You can only expect so much, but didn't seem super interesting. But when I heard the big boom, you know, that sounds a little bit more magical.
Yeah, makes sense.
When she's saying that, I lift my finger and go, I understand that, but the Reveal came out and ran back in. That should have been another sign that something interesting was happening. Just pointing the obvious out.
Yeah, Rabil said something about fish. He mumbles a bit, and I think he brought a supply of wine. He's not very reliable by the end of the day, so I wasn't too worried about it.
Fudge. Start petting Fudge.
Yeah. So yeah, the captain's like, I think we might lose a day's journey. Fuck. Ben. And Ben's like, still holding the mop, like, comes back. He's like, yes, what's going on? And he's like, okay, we're going to have to grab some planks and probably patch the front. I don't know how bad it's leaking. And you guys kind of take a peek in your cabin. You can tell there's like 3 inches of water at the bottom. You're like, oh fuck. You don't think, like, the boat doesn't seem to be sinking, but there's a leak that has to be fixed. So the captain's like, I will fix this overnight. And yeah, that's what
I will
I
offer
can
to
help.
Yeah,
I was
perfect.
gonna say the same. If there's anything that has to be done outside, I can use my climbing to just kind of, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so if you guys want to help him, I'll get you just to make what kind of checks are you looking to make? Like, how are you looking to help?
I mean, for me, if there's like damage on the outside of the boat, if he just like puts a rope down, I can just use my climbing speed and just kind of hold onto the rope with my feet and just kind of fix whatever has to be fixed.
I would
Anything
like
needs
to
be done.
investigate the boat, try to find the leak for him.
Sure, roll that. And what was that, Luther?
I was gonna say, if there's anything underwater that needs to be fixed, I'll offer to go help with that.
We have not found the leak yet, but
That is a 26 to find the leak.
26. You can tell that there's several planks cracked and broken right next to where you cast the thunder wave.
Oh, that's
strange.
It was the
That's
shark.
surprising.
The shark was very aggressive. The quippers, they were everywhere. They attacked the boat.
Not a
Lots
single
of
bite
blood
mark.
in the water. Lots of blood in the water. They were confused.
So for me, did you want me to roll like acrobatics? Just
I'd even say just a general intelligence check to see how well you can fix this.
Is there a lot of supplies on the boat in order to fix it?
No, there is not a whole lot.
I will let you destroy my bed to help get wood. I was
No,
on
we
the
won't go
floor.
that far. I'm going to cast creation and make a 5 foot by 5 foot like stack of wood planks.
He's like,
They'll only last it takes a minute. They'll only last a day, and I might have to do it again tomorrow. But hey, if it's
yeah, yeah. Anything helps. So you guys can patch up the boat. It's not a problem. You guys can take your time. And by nightfall, it takes a couple hours. So it goes in just into night. But the boat is able to move. So you guys feel pretty good about that. Was there anything you would like to do before heading to bed and letting the captain sail?
like get the water out of our room for one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can take an hour or so to try to shovel out water one bucketful at a time, unless you guys have another way to do so.
Once we clean our room, I'm going to sit in the hallway as they fall asleep before I go to bed because I'm hurting, but the adrenaline's still pumping. I'm gonna sit in the hallway, like in between our room and Athena's room.
Sure.
I'm gonna sit in the hallway and wait for anyone to come out of that room.
Okay. Perfect. When late into the night, not too late, but like midnight, 1 a.m. ish. Was there anybody else who was looking to stay up, or are you guys trying to get a night's rest as per the typical
No, I'm
adventure?
going to bed.
I probably would have went to bed. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Cool.
Nightly prayers and off to sleep.
So I will roll. Cool. So you're like looking and looking. At one point you hear the door creak open. You're like, oh, and you see Athena walk out with the men that still wearing the same suit, and they kind of walk towards the back of the boat. And I'm guessing you're kind of laying there like
Yeah, like I kind of just like as if I fell asleep in the hallway. So I am not super sneaky, not super perceptive. What do I have for spells that could help me with this? Not a lot of stuff. I got noisy stuff.
Invisibility.
I don't have invisibility. That's not something I pack. I am going to. Ooh. So. I can cast that. If I cast it, how long does it take? An hour! Fuck, so could I say within that hour I cast Find Familiar?
you want to get another fudge.
Yeah, I have a way that it makes sense that I don't have to. I thought about this if it's cool.
Care to explain?
So the way I was thinking of it is Fudge is my steel defender. And the arcane thing that powers him is that Fudge, as a spectral fey being of a badger, is weak as shit. So Ray was like, "You're my best friend. I build you suit so you last forever." So the Steel Defender is his familiar, but if I cast Find Familiar, it's just Fudge, his arcane being, just walking out, and then the Steel Defender just powers down.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can do that. What was your intent with the Find Familiar?
I was looking for a sneaky animal that I
Okay.
could see and hear through.
Okay. Yeah.
So I got to think of a sneaky animal. What's a sneaky animal?
That's
We
up to
use
you.
spiders.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a spider. Like Fudge is gonna come out as a spider. I'm like, I know you hate this. I'm sorry, Fudge. I know you hate this. But once this is done, you can come back into your suit and we'll go to bed. I need to know what is being said. These people are sketchy. These people are not trustworthy. I need to know if this is a problem we need to deal with, and I want to inform the group. I will give you so much honeybee honey when we find some. I know you love it. That's why you like the honey badger form. So, and if you end up dying, Fudge, as much as it pains me, I will spend the money. I will find the incense. I will bring you back. Okay? Okay. You're a good boy. And then I'm gonna wait a minute. I'm gonna pick up the steel defender, walk into the room, close the door so they don't see me just zonked out, like sit right against the door, and then like blind, deaf, and I see through Fudge.
Cool. So you're
And I'm
sending
gonna make him climb
the fudge.
onto the ceiling and
Cool. So you're making Fudge Spider climb into their room, essentially.
follow them on the ceiling.
Okay. They go out to the. Can you roll a stealth check for your spider?
What would a spider be?
That is a good
Check that.
question.
Yeah, I'm checking that right now. Bestiary. Straight up just spider.
For some reason, not where I thought he was going with that word. I was just like-
Bestiary. Stealth +6. That is a 13.
Okay, cool. So these characters, you, as soon as you see them leave the room, your spider follows behind, and they kind of go to the back of the boat, and then they kind of wait there for a second. They kind of both look around, and then you see the girl Athena. She kind of looks over, kind of walks over gently, and you see her walk close to this spider.
Fuck.
And then she's like, oh. Picks it up, puts it in her mouth, bites down into nothing. Because if it dies, it, right? Bites down, like, just kind of looks around again. Although you don't know this.
I just
And
snap
then
back into my head.
You snap
Fuck.
back. Yeah. Very,
I need.
well, I say very, more than 13 perception when being cautious.
I am standing up and I'm going. I'm sorry. Totoma. I don't trust her. Look. I have 2 reasons now to go look at these people. 1, they got out of their room. It is near midnight. I've sent a form of Fudge to see them. She killed Fudge. Like, that is there, but I will need to bring him back. It's a whole process.
It's like he's like half tired. He's like, Fudge. Oh, what happened to Fudge?
It's okay. I can bring him back.
Just a corpse.
But I need you to go. I'm not sneaky. You are. I need you to go see what they're talking about. I don't trust them. A shark attacks the boat and they don't come check. That is sketchy to me. I need to know what is. You are stealthy. You snuck the fart stones. I know you're sneaky. Are you down?
Try. And Toto will just like gonna leap out of bed, just do like a couple stretches and try to sneak over.
Okay. Just want to check something real quick. Plus 18. And you know what? I'm going to go. If you need to get out of there quickly, I'm going to be doing this because I want you. If they go like, what is that? I want you to be able to run real fast, and I cast haste on Totoma.
That lasts a minute?
It lasts concentration up to a minute.
Okay, so you have a minute of haste, and then after that you have a turn of...
Is it... Oh, never mind then. I'm like, never mind. I'll do that another time. I'm learning spells.
90 feet, I can just go over the boat.
That's what Totoma would do too. So I thank you.
Tomo will try to sneak as best as he can. Are they like on the dock and like at the back of the boat, or like
last
where
they
the
were seen, they
chamber-
were on the back of the boat.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to stealth over, and so like just for theater of the mind kind of thing. like the boat would have like the top, like the like kind of like the cabin where like the wheel would be,
Yeah,
and they would be like behind that kind of thing.
behind that. I'm picturing like a larger version of a lobster boat where it'd be
Yeah.
wider, where like inside you could go down, they'd be like separated into two, and the back is more like open for the beaver dams tours of the bay where you guys left to go see whales and such. So it's more like standing space.
Yeah, I'll kind of like sneak up and open the door, and then I'll try to climb on top of that, and kind of just like crawl over to where they are, kind of listen.
Okay, perfect. Can you roll a perception check?
Perception or stealth?
Perception.
Okay. 16.
16. You stealth up and you look, and you don't see them.
Can I go look around the boat?
Yeah,
From where
definitely.
I am, just like kind of walk around.
Sure. Yeah, you can. You can walk around. You can roll another perception check.
Sure. A little bit better. 18.
18. You look around as you get to the other side, like the opposite side of where you guys stay. You hear some snoring. You see the captain, sailing the ship. It is starting to get a bit foggy, so you can tell that the sails aren't fully open, just slowed down kind of thing. And you can tell that Ben is having a snooze in the cabin on a little cot that's next to the captain.
Well, I can't see them. I'll just kind of try to sneak my way back. And I'll just, I'll when I get to the room, I'm like, Ray, wait, did you dream this? There's no one on the dock.
I'll point to Fudge and like, look at him. He is a spry, loving, caring badger. He's cuddled up to you a few times. He's not moving. I did not kill my badger.
No, you got a point. But they're gone. I looked where you told me they were, and they weren't there. I looked all around. I heard Ben snoring. I see the captain sailing the boat. I don't know. Did you hear them go back to their room?
I didn't hear. Do we go check their room?
I can.
Don't
I'll
open
just-
the door. Put against the door. See what you hear. If there's nothing, we'll just let it be and hope they didn't do anything to the ship.
Okay. I'll go and I'll try to listen at the door.
Can you roll a stealth check?
Stealth check would be a 23.
23. You sneak up, you walk on this deck, and there's not a sound coming from your Hadozi feet. As you put an ear to the door, you hear a just loud snoring. In case you needed to know what loud snoring sounded like.
Mm.
You know what? Toto's a little dumb. I'll just try to like the handle.
You try the handle. You notice that your door doesn't really lock, so this one pretty much the same. You turn the handle, no problem. You hear it like basically release the pressure of the door being closed.
Just open it enough to peek in.
And you
I'll
look.
spit on the hinges before.
So you do that. The first thing you see is that on one side there is a bunk with Rabil, passed out, with a water skin, which you're guessing is probably like a wine skin or something like that, and just out of it. And you take a quick look around and you don't see anyone else.
Well, I'll go back and tell Ray, and I'm like, Okay, like they're I think they're gone. They, they're not in the room. And yes, I know you told me not to go, but I went anyway. But I opened the door. All I see is rebuild, rebuild,
Rabiel.
the
Rabiel.
reveal. I don't say
Reveal.
rebuild for some. I said rebuild, and I can't get it out of my head. Reveal. Just snoring away, and I don't know what they are. They disappeared.
Well, you know what? You want to be lookout.
Sure.
Let's go. And I want to know if these fuckers are gone, if they're here, what they're hiding. I'm going to investigate the room to see if their shit's still here.
Okay, cool. So you're going into that room?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna go in.
Are you joining Toto?
Did you want me to keep guard outside, like at the door?
Oh, I just come with me, and you can look too, or you can stay at the door. It's your choice. There's just something I don't like. Sketchy people who are racist. They're never up to good things.
Okay.
It's your response to everything. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna go check the room.
Cool. So, Vulcan, at this point, you do wake up. Luther, same thing. Look at my badger. He is dead. And, like, stuff like that. You know, you kind of wake up and you hear this. You guys hear this plan.
Do we lose the benefits of a long rest now because of these?
The long rest is not complete. It is about midnight. You guys have been in bed maybe an hour or two.
Short
We
rest.
can
there.
sleep in.
You could
We
you
can
could
sleep in
consider it a
tomorrow
short
morning.
rest.
Yes, but I don't get back spells after a short rest. Like what seems to be the commotion? Like
Nothing,
rubbing
go
my
back to bed.
brow.
Go back to bed. There's nothing. Me and Totoma, we're going to go for a nice little stroll. We're going to take in the moonlight, you know. I got eaten by a shark. My heart is still pumping. I want Totoma to show me some exercises to find my calm and my chi.
What happened to your badger?
Machines, they take stasis. They go to bed.
Okay.
Can I roll insight on his
On his deception.
I don't know anything about
yes.
machines, about his chi stuff, because like
That sounds
I've-
awfully religious.
it sounds awfully religious, and like he didn't want any. I'm a little hurt that he didn't want to hear how Palor could help him, but that's fine.
Sure. Deception
Beat the
versus
6.
insight.
Beat to 6. I have +1 deception.
This is gonna be amazing because I'm pretty sure. Hold on, I have.
+5 in insight.
Oh no, more than that. I have +9 in insight. So no matter what, I have.
Roll 1. Roll 1.
I rolled a 6 + 9, so 15 insight.
I am lying through my fucking teeth.
Yeah, it sounds
Go
pretty
to bed,
paper thin.
Vulcan. Go to bed.
I like. Are you going to get us into trouble?
To
No,
Thomas, if Toto's still in the room, he's just gonna turn around if he hears this and just has like a grin on his face and just kind of walks out.
All right, see you later. We're going to go find our cow, and I walk out.
I know. I'll be like, I know that face. I know that face. That's Totoma's naughty grin.
That's fart. That is fart stone face.
Don't get us into trouble. We're not.
Don't worry, I have planned. And I walk out.
Am I top bunk or bottom bunk, Luther?
Top or bottom?
I'm gonna say top.
Top. I'm just gonna like pop my head over. I was like, do you believe them?
Not even a little. But what does it matter? Let them do what they want. We're not involved.
I'm not going to go sneaking around the boat. I can assure you that. I'm just gonna like tuck myself back into bed, be like, if they come crying, I'll heal them, but I'm not getting involved.
Maybe if they're dying, but otherwise, I think they deserve whatever trouble they get into.
I'm just gonna try to
Yes.
sleep again.
I cast Cure Wounds on myself again.
Sounds good. So,
Right.
so you guys head out of your room, head down the hall a little bit, and their room is there. You're looking to just go in again? Yes, Vulcan.
Did you take the 10 hit points I gave you earlier?
No, I'll grab those two, thanks.
Once they leave the room,
This-
I'm gonna go check out Fudge.
Hmm.
And go inspect.
Yes, sure. Roll an investigation check.
What's he checking out? That froze.
Fudge.
No!
15.
Not fudge.
You can definitely tell that this seems to not be like a rest mode. It seems to be empty, if that makes any sense. The machine seems to be lifeless.
Interesting. Never seen one of these before. And I will crawl back in bed. I'm not gonna damage or nothing.
Sounds good. So you guys try to go back to sleep. The troublemakers go across and try to try to open the door again. Is there any stealth happening, or just kind of going SWAT style?
I'm
Going stealthy.
letting
Surprise,
I'm letting
motherfucker!
Totoma lead, and he's gonna give me signals to be like, come on, like tell me if it's clear.
Cool. Yeah. Roll stealth.
19.
19. No problem. Same thing. You kind of
Just-
cross over. Yes.
Just a side note, I have a small pouch with an amount of gold just in my hand ready.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. Fist of bribery ready for attack. Yeah, no, that's good. And you go up to the door. Same thing. You turn the handle. You feel the release of the latching mechanism, and you slowly push it open, and inevitably the hinge squeaks. You still hear the snoring.
I was gonna ask. I was like, I would have listened to see if I could hear the snoring before I opened the door.
Yeah,
but that's fine,
it was obvious. And yeah, you have access to that room.
I'll just kind of look at Ray and just be like, "Here you go."
I'm going in, and I'm gonna pop just see if there's anybody else aside from Rebil.
Ray, could you roll a stealth check as well?
That is a 13.
A 13. You're like walking, and like you just hit the wrong planks, and there's like, you're like, oh fuck. You do make it inside, and the snoring continues, and you don't see anybody else.
Okay, I want to investigate the room to try to find if Athena, and we never got suit guy's name, but I want to check if their stuff is still here
Yeah.
and what I can deduct from it.
Yep, sounds good.
20.
Roll an investigation. If you would like to help Toto, you can roll with an
Yeah.
advantage. Probably would be the best bet.
Okay. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So, looking around, the first thing you notice is all of Rabil's stuff. There's like a lute. There's also like a small drum, kind of like a busking traveler's pack kind of thing. His clothes are like in a pile. He's sleeping pretty much in like his underwear kind of thing. And he's out. You can tell like a little bit of drool, and you can smell the wine. So you're guessing got super wasted, passed out.
Want to know something?
Okay.
Since I rolled a 20 investigation, while I'm checking this room, the wine he's drinking,
Mhm.
being that part of my bloodline is noble,
Okay.
would I know if this is a high-end wine or a bottom-of-the-barrel wine?
Sure. Roll a history check.
Not a problem. That is a 23.
23. You can tell it's more of a a cheaper kind of wine, not like top shelf or anything, but you know, not it's not like Colt 45, but it is like a wine that's, you know, it's wine as opposed to ale or something.
It's boxed wine. It's boxed wine.
Sure, yeah. It's
Yeah,
in the
so
it's
I
in the
just
water
wanna check
skins
for
at the liquor store.
Yeah. So
Cool. So yeah, looking around, that's the first stuff you notice. You notice that on the bottom bunk, there's like his shoes are there, so you're guessing that bunk is probably empty. And the other side, there's like a blanket kind of thing on each level of the bunk. Like bed not made or anything, but there doesn't seem to be any gear or anything there.
okay.
Almost like an empty hotel room kind of thing.
So they left. There's not like with the 20, I can't find any trace or anything of nothing.
You don't see gear or like clothing or anything left behind.
Luggage or anything left.
No luggage, no bags, nothing of the sort. And you feel quite confident. You've like you know that Rabiel is passed the fuck out, so you can like go thoroughly, like even check under, like in the bed kind of thing. You don't see anything there at all.
I'm gonna turn to Totoma and be like, they left. They're gone.
I'll just look at him and be like, shh.
Play Freebird.
Still snoring.
He's asleep. So I'm gonna walk out and be like, come on, close the door.
And the door closes.
So these are my two thoughts. And I'm just going to shoot them off of you, Totoma. We can take this information, go to bed, or we can take this information and go talk to the captain and see what he knows about them. I don't like this. It doesn't sit right with me. What do you think?
Well, if we give a heads up to the captain, I mean, if they try something, at least the captain will know. But at the same time, from what Ben told you, he doesn't seem to know much about them, so the captain probably doesn't know much about them. But it's always a try.
All right. I will go talk to the captain, see if he can give me any more insight. Could you inform Vulcan and Luther about the mysterious people mysteriously leaving in the dead of night and killing Fudge?
I can take care of that.
Explain to Luther that they killed the familiar part of Fudge. Just say that, never mind. If they have questions about Fudge's death, just send them my way. I know if I give you too many words, you'll you'll jumble them, and I don't want them to believe something else happened.
I got this.
Now I'm gonna go up and...
Okay, sounds good. I'll do.
They kill Fudge's family. Is that what he said? Ah, shit. Anyway, they're gone. Woman, the suit guy, they're gone, and apparently they killed Fudge's family. I don't know. That's all I say.
So as you're doing that, it is
No wake up, guys. Nothing. Just started to be like, they killed Fudge's family.
It's like, just wake up like what? Mid dream, like what? Just basically fell back asleep, like started, yeah. Anyways, I'm not sure if you guys want to do anything with that necessarily right away, but I'll go over to Ray, going to the captain, and in the dead of the night, you kind of startle him, and he's like, oh, how can I help you?
Yes, Captain. I have a question for you. the people there, the guy with the suit, and I never got his name. What was his name?
Alfred.
Ilfred. Okay, Ilfred. So I know it's none of my business, but I come from the kingdom of Dudi and Jorke. I'm sent here to follow this message, to be a representative for this kingdom. Now, I tend to look out for myself because if I die, that kind of doesn't look good for my kingdom. It may be seen as sign of war.
Okay.
So
what do you mean?
Alfred and Athena have rubbed me the wrong way since I've met them. They've been dodgy, they've been shifty. I know it's everybody's business, but a giant shark attacks your boat and they don't react. They only react because I get myself out of water with giant boom. Then, in middle of night, they sneak off your ship and they're nowhere to be found. I need to know what you know.
They should probably be in their room.
They're not. I went in there to ask Rabil to sing me a song to lull me to sleep. Because I heard him play on the deck. It was fantastic. I bet you he could play a great lullaby to lull me to sleep. But Rabil was drunk.
Before you get too far, could you roll a deception check with advantage?
Yes. That's the wrong page. Deception. Not bad. That is a 19 and a 17. So 19.
Cool. He seems to be like, okay, so, what?
For my safety, I want to know what you know about them. They left your boat. Is this boat going to sink? Are they people who don't want us to explore the island we were invited to go see?
They paid to go to the island. I don't get paid to ask questions. I get paid to sail. Generally, I get paid to go on whale watching tours. But here we are, 6 days onto the open ocean. I don't know a whole lot about them. I've seen them as much as I've seen of you.
I just want to roll an insight check.
Sure.
See if I was near you enough. That is a insight plus 3. That is an 11.
11. You're not 100% sure if it's as much as he necessarily knows, but you don't necessarily get a sense of lying.
Okay. So I'm just gonna ask one last question. Like, so you're telling me they just showed up out of the blue? You never saw them around the docks or the city at all before?
I mean, to be fair, I haven't seen you guys before.
No, I get that. I'm just asking.
No, I haven't seen them either. The port town, generally it's tourists that go on the whale watching. The locals, they've seen the whales. It's a little bit of it's a tourist business, and this hush journey seems to be a little you pay, you get shuttled, and a hush.
All right. Thank you. And before I go to bed, I'm doing a once over of the ship. I want to find out if they got off, where they got off. Like, I'm very uncomfortable right now as a player and as a character.
Yeah, no worries. Sure. As you go, could you roll a perception check? And you do have night vision, right? Or dark vision?
Yeah.
Just the goggles.
Perception?
Yeah.
So I couldn't make it an investigation?
Sure. Make it an investigation.
Cool.
Why not?
That is a 22.
22. You look around and you're like, okay, nothing of too much interest in the front. There's, like, you can tell where there was like a rope, like the rope that was used earlier is still on the ground. Like there's there's like a scuff mark on the railing from when like the rope like was used to drag like people up and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You get a pretty good sense of like, you know, of what's going on, and you go, you're going and you're looking around, and you hear a rusty door open, and you make your way towards more the back of the ship, and you hear, or sorry, you see with the 22, you're like, that's weird, but you look around, you see wet on the back of the ship, like a wet, like a puddle kind of thing.
Does it seem like it's coming onto the ship, or like they went in and came back?
You see a puddle close to the railing of the back of the ship, and you also see footsteps from that puddle.
Do I have that spell? I don't think I do, which would be dumb. I'm a silly, silly man. Of course I don't fucking have it, son of a bitch. I'm following it.
Okay.
So I know they got the message. What are these guys like? Did they come back? Like, did they go look for me, or did they just go fuck it? We're gonna go to bed. I
think the message was more so, hey, he's gonna go talk to the captain. So
okay.
I feel like they probably just let you go talk to the captain.
So I'm gonna.
You're gonna follow the the watery footsteps.
The footsteps. Yeah.
Cool. So you follow the
Hand
water.
on my sword. 100% hand on my
Cool.
sword.
Hand on your sword, no problem. You walk up, and the footsteps lead you into where the quarters are, and it leads right to their door. And as they get closer, they kind of get more so faint, as in like probably, you know, you walk in a puddle, you leave a few steps, and then it kind of goes blank.
I am going to put my ear to the door. Let go of the sword. Put the hand at the pouch again, and just put my ear to the door to see if I hear anything aside from fucking Ripiel snoring.
Okay, roll a perception check, and I'll give you disadvantage to hear something over a loud snore.
He has advantage for an hour, so even.
Even, yeah.
Yeah. So that was 15 plus, so 14.
14. You're listening. You don't really hear anything, but if I know what you're trying to discern, but you can't tell if there's there's nothing going on. Like there's no conversation or anything like that, but the presence of someone is not loud necessarily. Just being there is not a loud thing.
Yeah. I'm going to go, before I go to bed, I'm going to go back to where the wet spot is, and I'm just going to scan.
Cool.
To see if I see anything.
Sure. Another perception check.
That is a 16. That's advantage, sorry. 16 and... Yeah, 16.
16. You look around and you don't see... You're like scanning. You don't notice anything. You're looking around. You're looking around. You don't see... What are you looking for? Like just...
I'm looking... So... In my mind, somebody would jump into the water to go somewhere. Like, nobody just goes, I'm gonna go for a swim off this moving boat. Shit, I gotta catch up. Somebody would go into the water to get to something and then come back. You know what I mean? Like that. I'm looking to see why somebody would jump into the water, aside from going for a fucking midnight dip.
Right.
Which makes no sense when they didn't come out when a shark was attacking the boat.
Right. So you're looking, and you can tell that the ship is moving like half the speed that it normally does because of a little bit of fog. It's kind of hard to tell if there's anything necessarily close. And then you do see some bubbling behind, and you feel the ship slowly decelerate and basically come to a stop, similar to what happened before.
So at the back of the boat, or am I seeing that it's going all around?
You're looking at the back, so you notice it behind, and the bubbles or the ripples are kind of behind it, and they're like essentially getting closer, and you feel the boat
Okay.
not like jerk stop, but it like slowly starts to stop.
I run back to the front, like towards like to the top deck, and as I walk by, I bang on the door where the boys are sleeping, going, "Get up!" And I run up and I look at the captain and I go, "Full mast, no!"
I will get you to roll an intimidation check.
Intimidation. Not bad. That is a 16.
Cool. He's like, oh, and he can tell how serious you are. And he, like, when you yell that, you see Ben, like, Ben had a long day. Ben, like, wakes up and he's like, ugh. The captain kicks the cot and he's like, full mast? And then he, like, starts to get up, like, out of, like, after a long day, a couple hours into sleep, you're not ready to spring up and start doing stuff. He's like, grabs the mop because he's like, I probably need this. I'm gonna go, and starts to walk towards the, like, out of the cabin towards where the sails are like tied down.
Yeah,
So you guys hear the knock and the alarm essentially.
I'm standing at the side with my hand on my sword, braced, like literally locking my arm against the railing. So if we get bumped again, I'm not fucking falling off this boat. I don't have fudge. Someone needs to bring fudge back.
Yeah, I'll rush out.
Cool.
At this point, you're more ready to do that than I am, because I'm just like, oh, for Palo's sake, just gonna pull the sheets off. Obviously not sleeping in full plate, so I'm taking the time it takes to put full plate on, which is like 10 minutes, I think. Or
It
something
is
like
10 minutes. You can start to like put the boots on. Like that's like like, oh, let me put a little bit of armor on my right thigh, and then like everybody else in the room is cleared.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not putting my armor on. The armor is very significant to me, so basically, like, if I'm not wearing it, it's close by, or I'm close by.
Right. So you
I
guys
don't think
like,
I can take the time to help you.
it would cut it in half. It is still 5 minutes, but yeah.
Yeah, it's too long.
So you guys are essentially, are you waiting, Luther, with Vulcan?
No, I'll see how slow he's going. I'm like, I gotta go help them, and I'm just gonna grab my staff, my shield, and head out onto the deck.
Right. At this point, you feel the boat fully stop. Like the sail goes down. You start to you feel the boat start to push the water a little bit more, but then you feel like the resistance, like the acceleration, then deceleration, and eventual stop. At this point, you see the door open from the room. You hear the rusty hinges. You first see Luther walk out with his hands in his pocket, kind of looking around to see what's going on. And then shortly behind him, Athena walks out as well, wearing her leather suit. And you see essentially Alfred. Did I say Luther? I meant to say Alfred.
You said Luther.
Yeah,
You did,
sorry.
but we knew what you meant.
Alfred walks out at the other guy in a suit, and looks over to the captain and Ray. He's like, "What's the meaning of this?" And you see Ben like trying to like hyperextend the sails. Yes.
How are Athena and Alfred standing?
On
Like how, like the boat is being bumped and stopped and stuff. People who don't have their sea legs would not be standing. Like, they'll be like, whoa. Do they seem planted?
They seem like they're able to hold their balance okay. No better than the other people, if that's what you're getting at. Arguably worse than some of you.
So, just to confirm, they came out of where?
Their room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not there.
Yeah, they came out of their room, kind of went around, and they're looking, and Alfred is like, "What's the meaning of this? Like, what's going on?" And they feel the thing, and Athena just kind of taps him on the shoulder, and leans in and whispers something. You guys can roll a perception check if you like.
Sure. So they come out of their room. So us rushing out of the room would have, like, well, I guess Toto
You
rushing
guys-
out of the room would have seen them.
You would have been out before them, and then you just see them casually walk out of the room.
Again, same thing. I walk out and I see them. I'm like, ah! Because like in my head they're gone. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And I don't say anything, and I just like run outside.
Yeah, and they're like, "The fuck's wrong with this guy?" Like, ah! At this point, yeah, like I was saying, you see Ben trying to adjust the sails. You see Luther run out after giving up on helping Vulcan put on his plate armor in a dire time of like, what the fuck's going on? And then you see from the deck, you actually see crash through from the bottom a large tentacle smack down onto Ben. You see his femur basically touching his chin. You see the other leg the other way. You see Ben flattened as you see this arm grab hold of the ship, and you see another tentacle grab the front of the ship, and you see another one pop out and kind of just hover in the water. You see another one. I will leave it at that, folks. And next session, we will see what happens to this boat with the crew that is upon it. But before we leave, I will say that you see Athena and Alfred, after the tentacles start grabbing around, stand on the railing. You see Athena look around and jump backwards. You see from her back spread 2 red dragon wings, and you see her body turn into a dragon as she spins away and starts to fly off. Next to her, you see Alfred look around. After she jumps, he will do the same. He will jump back. You see 2 white dragon wings spread out from his, turns around, and his body turns into this dragon as they fly off, as they're like, nope. 2 huge dragons essentially jump off of your ship and fly away.
Pew, pew, pew. No, I'm kidding. Interesting. Okay.
So we'll leave it at that.
Well, shit.
I hope that it was an interesting first session. Thank you very much for being here. I don't really have a closing statement ready, but I hope you guys had fun. I'll find someone to raid, and from there,
I'm so fucking mad. So fucking mad.
Thank you very much. I do want to mention that we'll be doing a giveaway at 500 followers, and I think we're actually quite close. So if you're not following, please follow. There'll be a couple things that I've talked about in the recent times that I'll be giving away. But anyways, we'll be rating how reroll. They seem to be playing D&D currently, so we'll raid over there. No Ooga Boogas for now. What else is there to say? I don't know. Do you guys have any comments about what just happened?
I don't think Ray's gonna survive that long.
Toto is very not chaotic. He's not chaotic, but he's very gullible. So that's gonna be fun.
How far am I into putting my full plate at this point?
You have 1 strap on one of your thighs.
You have one of the many pieces.
Yeah. Cool.
Just give up and put it in a bag.
So we're gonna raid over to how reroll. Thank you very much, folks. I didn't check out the chat. I was trying to focus on the game, so I'll have to have some good reading later on. But yeah, thank you very much for being here, and we'll see you next Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern, same place, same time. Farewell.